welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. We have Heather Jo Clark in studio.
What's up?
In my studio, as well as Yves Edwards. Renato Laranja is on his way. He's stuck in traffic, as well as CB Gold.
What up?
Later, we're going to have King Mo on the show. King Mo talk about his upcoming fight with Rampage. It's going to be a good show. I'm excited about it. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to our sponsors, American Icon Autographs. They have the best autographs and best signings. They also sponsor fighters. I mean, they have signings all the way from Rampage to Fedor to Sakuraba to King Mo. I mean, everybody. Dan Severn, Herschel Walker, Walter Payton. It goes on. AIASE.com if you want something signed. That's where you should go. Also, we are on Tip a Fighter. Fighters are underpaid, and now the fans can make a difference. If you win money, I'm telling you, I did a show in Mesquite last week. Somebody came up to me like, hey, man, this guy was like, you helped my parlay. You have no idea, and just gave me $100. And
he tweeted about it, too.
And I was like, thanks, man. So I don't know how much he won, but he told me that I helped his parlay, and I was like, hey, that was an extra $100. It feels good to be tipped. I'm sure Heather's been tipped plenty of times, or at least had the tip in her. All right, so now we are going to do the podcast, right, Heather? Am I right?
Adam, I think you're coming back here a little bit. You're before the show, we were talking about how Adam maybe should just give up comedy. He's becoming really sensitive and sweet, and he's all worried about hurting people's feelings and stuff. So, it sounds like you're back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You've inspired me. Thanks, Heather.
He doesn't want to hurt the feelings of people he barely knows, but the people that know him every day.
He's friends with, right?
You only heard the ones you love.
Thanks.
So it was a crazy week. I had a show in Mesquite, Nevada. It was great. They told me you had to be kind of PG-13. A lot of Mormons by there. It's right by Utah. Drove 5 hours, and it was I got a half a standing ovation. I was so happy. There was a drunk woman in the crowd who was like in the front, just wanted to talk to me the whole time.
How do you know she was drunk?
You could just tell. She was pretty hot though, but she said she was a gilf. I mean, she really was a gilf. I'd call her Stifler's mom or Stifler's grandma.
She was Mexican.
No, not at all. Yeah, she wasn't Mexican.
I've seen the show a few times.
Yes, but she was attractive, funny, but just kept talking the whole time. It's one of those things where I was like, look, when your husband has sex, I'm sure your face is on the pillow because you won't shut up. And her husband agreed with me. He's like, that's absolutely true. It's exactly what happens. So that was Mesquite, and then that was, what was that? Friday night. Saturday night, I drove back to the Ha-Ha. And 5 hours back, hosted that show, and there was just fun. It was 8:30 show. They were just ready to have a good time. And then in the front, this Mexican couple, I was like, "What do you do?" And she's like, "I work for Nike." And I'm like, "Oh," and you just do it. And then everyone, that was a fucking brilliant crowd work. Everybody liked it. Was funnier, I guess, on the spot. So that was that.
Do you like the earlier or the later show better at the Ha Ha?
The later show's younger. But the earlier show, they're paying attention to jokes. They want to hear jokes more. Sometimes the later show can get to be like, anytime a late show, you can get a rowdy crowd that just wants to talk to you.
Drunk already.
Heckle and like,
tweet.
Tweet, whatever the hell they're doing. Actually, which brings me to my friend's like, hey man, do my show downtown. My friend Tim. And I was like, okay. He's like, it's a great show. So Sunday was my day off. I actually saw the place I'm getting married at with Bree, my girl, because I haven't seen it yet, which she reminds me every single day. So we went and saw this place, which was nice. And then I go to this. It's one of the worst gigs I've ever been to. It's downtown. I walk in. There's a black comic on stage, and the black guy in the crowd going, "You fucking suck." That's when it's a bad crowd, when black people are heckling each other. So I walk into that.
Black jokes matter.
Exactly. Black jokes didn't matter. It was very black on black. Then the crowd consisted of three comics and like one regular audience member. So then Tim's like, he's like, want to go next? I'm like, I don't want to go on at all, actually, but sure, I'll go next. So I go on, and like no one's laughing. And then like it's all comics who don't laugh, and they're just pissed because it's a half open mic, half book show. So like they get lottery things, so they have to put their name into a fishbowl, and then they pick it out and go, "You're next." And so everyone's waiting for the fishbowl to be picked, except for me, who I just cut everybody. So now the comics are mad at me for cutting them, like I had anything to do with this fucking arrangement.
This is the Royal Rumble of comedy.
Right. So then I go on, and I'm on stage, and this Mexican dude's like pacing back and forth, right? And I'm like, "Sir, are you okay?" He goes, "You fucking suck," right? So at that point, I was like, you know what? Like, I didn't have to. I go, dude. This is why I'm pro-choice. I'm like, you never should have been aborted. You never should have been fucking lived. You should have been aborted. I'm like, look at you, you fat fuck. I'm sorry you don't get laid on fucking Bumble or Tinder or whatever the hell. You'll never get laid. It's not my fault. And I just went fucking, and then everybody was standing up, fucking like, but people, you know, they all fucking loved it. And then he goes, your act's so bad, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, do it and put it on Facebook Live, and I'll fucking like it. Like, I was just one of those things. He goes, fuck you. I'm like, at least someone will fuck me. I'm like, when was the last time you got laid? He's like, 3 weeks ago. I'm like, was she alive? I just obliterated this fucking guy.
It wasn't me, people. I swear to God.
It was like, and then he's like, he was Mexican. I'm like, he was just fucking. He's, I'm not Mexican. I'm like Middle Eastern. And then I went fucking ballistic on him. I'm like, fuck the Muslim ban. You should be banned. You're the only person that should be banned. They should just ban you and your whole fucking. Like, I went crazy on him. So then I'm on stage, and then these two like girls walk in, right, and they're all wearing like gothic. Like, I felt like I was in like The Crow, the movie The Crow, so that they were dressed up as. And and I go, oh, look, I'm like, these two women hate men. And then they look at me and they have beards. I'm like, oh, they are men, right? So they're in the crowd laughing. They love this, but it's a woman's laugh coming out. And the guy and the woman has like sideburns and a fucking, I go, no disrespect, but like what? She goes, we're drag kings. Like, instead of drag queens, there's now a thing called drag kings, where it's women who dress like men on, like, the weekend. That's a real thing, which they were very, very nice. They laughed at everything, but I didn't even know drag kings was a real thing. And I was like, mind blown. Yeah. So then I go, would you fuck this guy to the Middle Eastern guy? They're like, hell no. I'm like, see, even the drag kings won't fuck you. So it was one of those things, but they were nice. I'm a big fan of drag kings. I hope they come back. Have you heard of this, Heather?
No, I'm still a little. I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
Are you thinking about it like you think about doing it?
No, they're like dressing up as guys to get girls.
No, I don't know. Maybe they're lesbians, or I'm not really. We didn't get that far into it.
So I'm like thinking about.
But I asked them. I'm like, did you get the whole treatment? Did you get the penis? They're like, oh hell no. Like, they're not into like becoming men.
Because there are definitely guys that do drag that aren't gay and that also aren't, you know, that they want like other. I don't know. I've just ever since Bruce Jenner, it's always been like this.
Yeah, but he went all the way. I think these are just girls having fun.
Yeah, I don't think he went all the way downstairs.
Oh yeah, right. He didn't get his penis removed.
I don't think so. I met a guy in Sherman, Studio City, that had his grandson. He's like a 90-year-old man. He's like, my granddaughter is now a grandson.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And he's like, and I said, he goes, yeah. She had the operation and everything. And I asked him like, how do they do that? And apparently, you know, it's like obviously the hormones and stuff, but they don't chop your penis off. They like stick it inside of you, and then like apparently the hormones make the clit and like a little bit bigger, so that is now your penis. But like, I know this is crazy, right? But
that's fucking gross.
It's not. I know.
He was just giving me the weirdest look. He's like staring my way.
And I'm not like putting this down. Or, hey, whoever wants to do this, if it makes you happy, by all means, do it. I just don't understand the process and how that becomes.
I get what you're saying. I'm in the same boat. I'm not against it either. It's like. Shoot, transsexuals, homosexuals, doesn't matter to me. To me, it's like sushi.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat it. But do what the fuck you want. It doesn't matter to me.
You know? Yeah, when I think of a transsexual, I think of sushi. That's really my thing.
But I know I still understand.
I love that spicy tuna.
Hey, do you want? Yeah, exactly.
So it's all different. There's just so many.
You want a California roll? No, I'll have a fucking Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner. But yeah, I hear you. So then that was that.
Well, no, one's seaweed and one is the soy paper. So you got to pick Bruce or Caitlyn.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for ruining the joke. Keep it simple. That's sort of all right. So anyway, that was that. Then but speaking of Trump, I'm on stage in Mesquite, and I mentioned Trump, and then somebody yells, "Build the wall." And I was like, yeah, around your trailer. So I got him. Now, you voted for Trump, Yves, right?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I thought you posted something that you wanted Trump to win or something.
I did want him to win because I'm like, let him win. Let him fuck this whole place up. I like, here's the thing. There's Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And you choose the lesser of two evils, and the devil still wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at.
No, but you didn't vote.
I didn't vote. I'm not an American citizen.
Ah. Why wouldn't they? How come you're not a citizen yet? Haven't you done enough in this country to give you? I mean, you've been here forever.
I have been here forever.
Have you ever applied for being a citizen?
I haven't applied for citizenship.
How come?
Never thought about it.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, I just
really?
It really didn't matter to me. It's like here's the thing about me. I don't give a damn about borders. You drive through Texas and there's Mexico literally is right there, right?
Yeah.
And those animals that cross the border, they don't need a passport. I don't care about borders, man. I care about
like
people.
the actual animals or the Mexicans animals.
Animals.
Oh, the actual animals.
creatures,
Okay,
four-legged
all right,
creatures.
gotcha.
And I'm just like, this is some construct that we've decided that we're gonna make up. I have the paperwork to be here, but as far as that goes, I don't stop caring about people because some line somebody drawing
Where
a
are you
map.
from?
I'm from the Bahamas.
It's just very philosophical of you, man. I like it. It's a very deep. You definitely stoned when you thought of that, right? You were pretty high.
No, I'm not high.
No, I'm saying when you actually had that thought originally. You weren't stoned?
No, I'm from the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, we have this thing. There's people that have problems with Haitians coming over and taking jobs and doing this. It's the same thing here, like how they talk about Mexicans. But I'm just like, people are people, man. Everybody shits. Like there's two things. There's two things that people want, right?
Yeah.
They want to be happy and they need to eat, and
Right.
that's really it. I don't. Besides that, I don't care. Like, you can believe what you want to believe, you can do what you want to do, as long as you're not fucking up somebody else's happiness.
Yeah.
In the process of doing what you want to do, then do it.
I like it. Vote for Yves. Everyone, Yves is running for well, you have to be a citizen, by the way, to run. But yeah, I hear you. Now, Heather doesn't. You don't shit, right? You shit?
No.
No.
Girls don't shit.
Yeah. My ex used to put the faucet on so I wouldn't hear her when she went to the bathroom.
That's not obvious.
Yeah, I wish she would just close the door. So anyway, here we have Renato just walked in. Renato Laranja hanging out. The man, the myth, the legend. How are you, Renato?
I'm okay. I've been better.
Yes. You know Yves, right?
Yeah, Evie.
Yes.
How you doing?
And Heather, Joe Clark. You know Heather.
Yeah, I know him.
Yes. Have you and Yves met before?
Of course we met.
Yeah, we trained a little bit before.
Nice.
You know.
I learned from the 27-time world champion.
There we go. Now, why are you late, Renato?
None of you fucking business why I'm late.
Thank you.
I already doing this shit. Oh, nice to see you too.
Yeah.
CB Gold. I'm late because I'm late, okay? A black belt is never early or late. He arrive whenever the fuck he want.
Okay.
Like in the movies from J.H.H. Tolkien,
Now,
Lord of the Ring.
are you a black belt as well?
No, I'm brown.
Brown?
Yeah.
He's brown like the skin of that guy, but it's dark brown.
And, now, what exactly belt do you, Heather?
Purple.
Also like something that sometimes the color of the body is one color and the color of the dick is maybe even dark than that, but has some properties and some color of purple there.
Who are you a purple under?
Diego Brandel.
Your ex-husband?
Yeah. She was a purple under and on top and on the side and all that kind of shit on there.
Wait, is he allowed to give out belts?
Why he not gonna be allowed to give out belt just because he wasn't the Ultimate Fighter?
So any black belt? Wait, so any black belt could just give out a belt?
Yeah, no. Well,
I don't know how it works.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's not like any black belt. It takes some work to get a fucking black belt.
I know.
It's like you got a PhD or something like that.
Right.
How many black belt you got?
None.
Exactly. That's why you don't promote nobody. That's why you're teaching kids high school hustling.
Middle school.
Middle school is even worse. What's next for you?
I haven't trained. I mean, I've trained with a bunch of different jiu-jitsu guys and stuff, but really just focused on MMA and jiu-jitsu for MMA. So when I go train with like Eddie Bravo and stuff, it's like just rolling with jiu-jitsu girls or mostly jiu-jitsu girls. It's a totally different game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never really like focused just on that or focused on gi. But I want to. I want to be
that's a person's
world champion.
that's a MMA person's excuse for getting their ass kicked in there. They go, wow, it's different stuff.
No, but I'm not getting my ass
No, I
kicked,
know. I'm
so.
only kidding. Don't play.
Yeah, I'm in the
And
same
then why every
boat,
time
man.
this guy's? I feel like
Yeah. I hear you.
I feel like I was getting pinched.
Right.
I don't do it either.
Like it, what? Like in, yeah, good. Well, that's why at some point your hands is gonna start to shaking.
It's already shaking.
Good. Turn it off.
So last night I did a show at the Dime Bar, right? And this girl that I knew from elementary school, Sarah, my friend Sarah, came.
Elementary school.
Yeah. I knew
Where'd you go
her
to elementary school?
in Oceanside, Long Island, right? So my friend Sarah came, and when I was in 8th grade, I was I was a dick. I was sort of a bad kid.
Oh, you don't
That's
say.
changed.
Yeah.
Thank you. So her parents asked me to babysit her little brother, which I did, right?
This
But-
is back then or just today?
Back then.
Okay.
Yeah. So while I was babysitting, I kind of went into her diary. So I started reading it, right?
8th grade?
And then,
You were
eighth grade. And
I
then,
can see that. I can
and
see
then
doing
she
that.
like said who she liked and this and that.
And you wasn't on the list, Paul.
No, I wasn't. I was kind of upset I wasn't on the list, right?
course.
So then I told everyone in class, like the next day about, and then she got so angry at me. Like, of course, like half the school got mad at me, right? Like for doing that. Wasn't cool. It backfired. It was terrible. But she came.
But what did you think was gonna? It backfired. Well, you thought you was just gonna diminish her popularity because she didn't like you or something like that.
Yeah, kind of. It was bad.
But instead, you became a big fucking asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So she came to my show yesterday.
Did she look good?
She looked good. Yeah.
Did she look good then?
She was always a pretty girl.
She was hot. Stuff.
Yeah. Still hot.
You wished. Oh, yeah.
So,
how old that one?
You wanted to be on the list.
How old,
of course.
How old is that one?
Now she's my age, 38.
Oh.
So, but I apologize to her from the show. I said I was sorry. I during my show, I go, listen, Sarah's here with her sister.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry for reading your diary.
What as if you couldn't made your show more depressed than it already was.
Everybody was laughing. It was funny. And that's what I do now. I just invite people that I've wronged over my life to my shows, and
That's even worse punishment to them. Oh.
So anyway, how was your weekend, Heather? What have you been up to?
This weekend, Morgan actually came out this weekend.
Oh, your boy toy.
Who is Morgan?
My a guy that I've been seeing for quite some time.
You're back together?
No, I don't know.
Also, he came out to give you some Valentine's Day chocolates.
We hung out. He's from his family.
you hung out.
He's a nice guy. He's 17.
No.
But like,
That guy's a 17?
how old is he?
He's 26.
26.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's 50.
Well, good for her though, because you know what?
Wow.
Gotta, you seen The Graduate? Come on.
Yeah, of course.
No, Mrs. Robinson, she gave him some good pussy in there.
Yeah.
But then when he tried to fuck the daughter, come on, porra.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he tried to play it off.
So what
But hey.
happened with you and Morgan?
No, so we just hung out. We went to a vegan cooking class in the morning.
Oh, you're
Saturday.
a vegan?
I am.
This
You
guy
are?
is so pussy whipped.
You want to know? Wait, is he a vegan too or no?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's so.
You know your Uncle
He
Hanach?
loves you so much. Every day on Instagram, he's always saying, "My love of my life, most
he's
beautiful
not.
girl."
What he looks like this Morgan?
Ripped, young,
he's pretty
good-looking, ripped kid. He's a wrestler. He's trying to go for the Olympics. Nice.
He's
as
a
hell.
nobody.
He's a nice
As
guy.
far as I'm concerned.
Nice guy. Always. We became friends. He's always like texting me jokes.
Where he
He
lives?
tried to-
Where he
tried to
lives?
say hi.
He lives in Oregon, right? Or
He
Colorado.
lives in Colorado. He's
Okay, and he came all the
Yeah,
he came all the way to give you some Valentine's Day
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, but she doesn't like. I don't know. She's,
What?
But like
What?
you're vegan, so like, how does that work?
Oh well, that as long as it's not dead, the meat is just gotta still be alive.
Yeah.
And she's only borrowed that one. She didn't,
So you guys are back together. So you guys are boning.
Of course, he's gonna came all the way from Colorado, and over here to what? To give her
go to
a fucking
vegan
greetings
cooking class.
card.
Yeah, that's true.
to take a fucking greetings vegans cooking class.
I happen to like him. I think you guys are a cool couple.
We're trying to get Rudy on the show, but he's cutting Rudy.
Oh, I think
My
I
dog's
think
name is
that's a-
Rudy, by the way.
Right.
Are you going to Combate tomorrow?
I don't know. It's a I don't that stuff you drink that tastes like shit. It's like fizzy. Well, kombucha.
No. Combate Americana. It's
What's that? Karate American.
Combate Americas. It's
What the
Combate.
fuck you talking
Juliana
about?
Pena is their announcer for it. and-
Oh, you mean that Puerto Rican MMA shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know.
It's in Burbank.
Okay, so what is in Burbank? So is this in Burbank, and I don't want to be here either. Porra caralho.
It's
This is part of my community service, by the way.
that girl Kira is fighting.
Oh, I always like her.
She missed weight by 5 pounds though.
It's 5. You know where the 5 pounds is in there?
Where?
In the cheeks.
Yeah.
She have a nice little ass on there, and she's a very cute little girl.
Oh, nice. But she's young, right? Too young for you.
Too young for me. What? She's like in her early 20s?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's too young for me.
I think
alright.
she's 20 or something.
The fuck you? What the fuck you? Look, that's the pot called the cattle. Because never mind, and who the fuck I'm fucking and doing with my stuff.
I know. She's dating a Jonas brother.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And back in the day, and look, if it was Canada or some other place, maybe Turkey or some place like that, you can do even 16, okay?
Yeah.
So don't,
jeez.
yeah, exactly. Oh, Jesus, hi. If you're old enough to drive, you're old enough,
enough to get driven?
jive. Yeah,
jive?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But I'm just used the black stuff. These black kids, like this guy, Young Blood over here, is always coming out with new stuff. I can't keep up with that. Jive and hide on and all that kind of stuff these soul brother talk about. you know?
Right. By the way, we have King Mo on the show today, by the way.
Oh, King Mo.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite.
I know.
I didn't know that. You didn't advertise that.
Instead of today,
sa-
because Sarah Moran canceled, so we got King.
she was canceled.
Yeah.
So I went from a big booty white woman to King Mo.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. Now, Yves, you've been on the road. What have you? Now, you've been in Florida. You've been in New York. What have you been doing?
I went out to Florida to help Dustin get ready for his fight last week.
Porrier?
Yeah. How you say that?
Porrier.
Yeah,
wait.
that kid. I helped.
Wait.
Out there.
Fuck, I didn't saw that fight.
You didn't?
Jim Miller.
Oh, no, he won.
Yeah.
He won.
It's a good
yeah,
fight.
that was a tough one, because I know, I am a big fan of Dash Poirier, and we have friends in common. I've never met the guy, but we've talked on whatever, social media or whatever. So I like that guy. I was a fan. I like him from Fightville. I'm a big fan. But then I've also break bread with Jim Miller.
Yeah.
And he is also, and his brother, Dan. And they gave me some homebrew beer. Those guys, good sense of humor, sweet guys. I like that guys. So it's hard. I hate when I see it. I mean, it has to happen sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not like I'm happy to see those guys fight. I was like, I picked when we did the prediction, I picked Dash Poirier. Or no, maybe we didn't did a prediction on
did.
that. But people was asking me on the thing.
You said it was hard to pick against Jim Miller, though.
No, I didn't. Go
really?
back to the video tape. I said it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick. But I said if I had to pick, if I had to go, I'm gonna go to Dash Poirier.
Right.
And if you go to my Twitter, you can see that I picked every fight on the main card correct.
Smart man, Renato.
And then people thought I was stupid. I know that she got hobbed or whatever.
Yep.
Holly Holm. I mean, no, whatever. Okay, this is what everybody's
talk
saying.
I
about
think
that.
so because of
Well,
the
hold
point,
on.
right?
Everybody's saying this. I don't fucking know. Okay, like I'm neither here or.
Did you watch the
I'm
fight?
also here or there on that, huh?
You watched the fight.
No, I didn't watch the fight.
Well, then
You
how are you
pay
gonna
for that
make
one?
it- how are you gonna
You know
make
why?
it-
Because afterwards I saw the fuck. Well, yeah, okay, I didn't watch it live.
But you watched it
I watched that and I watched the fucking.
after the punches.
No,
after
This
the
is
round.
really about Eve, though. I was talking about.
Let me
all
chew.
All right, go on.
How much we gotta harp on Evie?
right. Okay, go on.
But I'm gonna get back to Evie. But where the fuck was I?
Holly's
The
fight.
train of thought.
Jim Miller versus Poirier.
Oh yeah, and so Holly Holm. Anyway, I know they said that she lost, but never mind that. I still was hyped about
You're still
that.
right, yeah.
I still said that she was gonna, but
That's all that
I said it.
matters.
No, you know what I said? If it's standing, and if Holly Holm can't take her down, if she don't even try, if it's a standing fight, I feel that.
Jermaine's gonna
Yeah, and I think people didn't know Jermaine.
What about her hitting her after the bell, though?
All right, we'll talk. We'll
I didn't.
we'll get
wait,
into
hold
all
on.
that.
By the way, I'm not saying that I'm just saying what the outcome was.
Okay.
Was what I said.
Ah.
I didn't I don't know how
It's just
it came
that he was
about.
right.
I
That's
was
all that
hyped.
matters.
Yeah,
that's the only, that's the only thing
all
that's
right,
ever
so
important.
Eve. All right, so okay, you were working on a movie in Texas, right?
Kind of,
Yeah, in
what kind
November.
of movie was this one?
Sci-fi movie.
Well, independently made.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't know if I could talk about it. But as far as that goes,
Who was in
it's
it? Somebody, any big actors?
Christopher Waltz.
Nice.
Christopher Walken, Alan Quarterman,
Christopher Waltz.
Stephen.
yeah.
Christopher Waltz.
Yeah, Half Trasvant.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
else? Is this one of the ones like made for TV sci-fi channel?
No, it'll be a good movie.
Okay.
Come out.
And you were a stunt person on it?
Yeah, Christoph Zazinski and I were working on it,
nice.
a couple other guys. But it was fun.
Wait, Christoph Waltz or
The
Christoph
Polish
Zazinski?
experiment. The Polish experiment.
both of them.
What?
They were both.
They drew Christoph in the
Yeah.
He was in the movie too.
A Tale of True Christian. Well, now I'm confused. Who was the stunt? It's Christoph Zazinski. It was acting, and Christoph Waltz did the stunt.
No,
Other way around.
other way around.
Now you fucking okay.
right.
Now I don't understand. That.
All right, so go on.
So,
You play a black zombie on there? Why?
No, I didn't play zombie, but it was
Do they
fun.
black
It was
zombie
fun.
go after Hibs instead of brains? Like Hibs. They go Hibs. I need Hibs. My brother, my man.
That's a good movie. There's
Give
black
to
zombies
me- yeah,
who
give
want to
me
eat
Hibs.
hips.
Yeah, because he remember that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, he remember.
We gotta make them.
He remember. Well, the movie Action Jacks.
Yes.
With Carl Weathers. I
Yeah.
remember when he always have some black taglines. You know, I like
Yep.
that. When the black hero always have to have a black stuff, they said.
Absolutely.
And he goes, before he shoot the grenade, launch the guy, he goes, how do you like your Hibs? And then he was boom. Like that. I thought that was very
And so
creative.
Joe Jaggy, if you're listening right now, we want a meme or whatever of Black Zombie Barbecue starring Hanato, Eve, me, CB, and Heather.
Yeah,
okay?
and maybe throw in King Mo because he's black.
Yes. Okay. So you were in Texas. Then you went to Florida.
Then I went to Florida. I went to Georgia for a little bit to see my mom. That was good. I hadn't seen her in a while.
I thought your mom was living in Barbados.
Right by the beach.
She was living. She live in the beach or she live in
she's in Georgia. She's in Georgia.
But she's from Barbados.
Yeah, we're from the Bahamas.
Oh, okay, wherever. That's the same stuff.
Actually, it's totally the same. All right.
Well, so same.
So
they
then-
have a lot of dreadlock, bumper ass.
So you go to
and drive around on scooter and steal people pocketbook and
now.
stuff like
Now
that.
you go to Florida.
Tourists,
Now, but
hub
you
tourists.
and your wife have a house here, apartment here.
Yeah.
So where do you stay in Florida?
With Poirier.
With Poirier.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
And he
Oh.
just had a baby, so that was fun. Just seeing him be a dad. You know, she's like 5 months old. And
Were
Parker-
you watching her and like doing dad duties?
I didn't have to do any diaper duties or anything like
Thank
that.
God, duty.
But no, Parker is a cute little girl, man. She was a lot of fun.
What her name is?
Parker
Oh,
Noel
okay.
Poirier.
Did you mess with her? Like, I'm your real dad when like he wasn't around.
No, but no, man, he's in love with that girl. I posted a picture.
That's his
or a
first kid?
video. That's his first kid.
Oh, okay.
I posted a picture of him. I'm sitting next to him, and for like 15 minutes before I even started filming the video, he's just like playing with her and like all in her face. So it was fun to see that because that guy. I mean, I always think of Dustin as a kid, but he's not, man. He's a man now, and he knows exactly who he is and what he wants to get out of this. But yeah, when I went down
Who
there to
is
help
he?
him,
And what does he want to get out of this?
he wants to prove that he's the best in the world,
God, I
and he
do.
is. You know,
Well,
you ask
it's
him, he will
gonna-
tell you that.
I'm sure he will. And guess why you asked me that same question?
Now, did you work with Nick Lentz too?
Oh, not really. I helped him get ready during the week of
Wait,
the fight.
did he win or lost?
He lost. He
lost.
got beat.
That's
by
why it goes like this. Did you work with Nick Lentz? Like you don't hear sounds come out, but you hear like the movements
Well, I couldn't
of
really
the
help
throat,
Nick.
and it's just like a pregnant pause.
Well, here's the thing. I couldn't help Nick. Nick wanted me to help him with his striking and whatnot, but I went down there and I was down there in a coaching
Can't help
capacity.
somebody. If
I wasn't trying to get
if
hit.
they're gonna win, you're gonna help the guy.
Wait, you weren't trying to get hit? What do
I'm
you
not
mean?
trying to get hit anymore. I'm not sparring. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to be the best in the world. I'm trying to save my brain for the next 40 years. You know.
Yeah.
So
For the
as far
next
as that
4 years,
goes.
you're not giving yourself much chance. God,
So just working on some things with Dustin, some drilling, some things I had, some southpaw tricks, and just getting him ready for the fight. And then fight week comes around, and he's looking good. He's ready. Making weight is always tough, but then the fight happens, and you know, you guys saw the fight, the pain that he was suffering from the leg kicks, from the calf kicks. That was a real issue, man. After that fight, we went to the hospital. So we didn't see the rest of the main card. We went to the hospital, and this is crazy. This is ridiculous. The UFC needs to do something about educating the doctors in New York about fights, because the first doctor that came in was an orthopedic, and he wanted to perform a surgery right away.
what?
Yeah, he wanted to perform surgery where he's telling us the process, and they want to slice through both sides of the shin, because the blood vessels in there are tight because of the swelling, and they want to relieve the pressure. And they're explaining it as if it's like a sausage.
That'll fuck up his whole career.
It's fucking ridiculous, but they're really pushing for this, and they're it was ridiculous. This resident who's on duty, you know, these guys are here's what I feel. I was telling Mike Brown, I'm like, man, I'm not feeling this. I feel like these guys are sleeping in their room on their cots, and they just got out of school, and they want to put these things on their resume. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a chart in the back there like, this surgery is 5 points, this one's 10.
Yeah.
You know, so they can have that on their resume, so when they open their practice. But it was ridiculous. They were really pushing for it. We decided it was a bad thing. He wanted a second opinion. The second doctor came in, said the same thing. Third doctor came in and wanted to do this pressure thing where they stab this needle into his shin to measure the pressure, to gauge it. And he wasn't having any of this. Anyway, we decided we were going to check. We wanted to get out. They were recommending against it, and he was like, no, we've seen this a bunch of times. We've seen guys get their legs brutalized tons of times, and we've never heard of this surgery. Between him, myself, and Mike Brown in that room, we had 120 fights in that room, and from all the people we know, we've never heard of this. So no, we're not going to do that.
Now you're arguing with doctors, and you look like three meathead fighters telling doctors what to do, and they're probably like, "Okay, thanks, buddy. That's got to be a disaster."
Yeah, it was pretty frustrating, and wanting to get out of there, they didn't want to let him out. And then here's the thing that really pissed me off about that event. When we were trying to get out, he asked about the pain was a bit better. He had it a little bit under control, but he asked about pain management, and they told him they didn't want to let him out of there on medication because then their reasoning was you can't really monitor yourself. My feeling was like, man, you guys are trying to leverage him into staying. You're trying to con him into staying with drugs.
This
You
is
know
like
what
the
I mean?
movie A Cure for Wellness or whatever.
It was,
They
re-
got
it
the
was
kid.
really pissing me off.
Why did,
Wow.
What the fuck
So
is
what ended
going
up
on?
happening?
We left.
You're
We
smart.
left.
You're smart to do that, my brother.
We went back to the apartment. He flew home the next day. He's walking around fine. He still has all the function in his leg that they were threatening him with possibly losing or probably losing because of the swelling. But I don't know, man. It was disgusting. I really think they should do something about educating these people. I mean, this is the first time. This is the second fight in New York City. MMA in New York, they don't have this.
Yeah.
I guess
You know-
these doctors don't have the experience.
They
My
sure
last
don't.
two fights, or one was in Mexico City and one was in Rotterdam, Holland, and I went to the hospital both times after.
Similar.
And yeah,
They don't
similar-
know what they're
You
looking
almost
at.
lost your eye, right? What happened?
No, I didn't almost lose my eye. I broke my orbital.
Ugh.
And they made me in Holland. It was crazy because I broke it, and they were like, "Well, you broke your orbital, you broke your cheekbone," which I still don't know if I broke my cheekbone or whatever. But they
Which
wouldn't let
cheeks?
me. This one, you can actually see it.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the back.
Oh.
Because I've did that to a couple of girls too, but
Yeah.
you know.
That was a.
They always had to go to urgent care.
That's
what
a-
you call the bone over here? Anyway, that's not the cheeks bone.
That's just a Wednesday night
Anyway,
for
go
you.
ahead.
All right, go
I
on.
don't want to.
You know, it was really crazy. They like literally kept me all night, and they were giving me like Tylenol or something for like the whole night, and I was in a pretty bad pain. I'm like, if you're gonna make me stay here uncomfortable by myself, nobody can stay here with me. You better freaking give me some pain medicine. And so like 6 a.m. they finally like shot my leg with some morphine, and it was like, oh great, now I finally could sleep. And then
No, I mean, and that's
an
after
hour
you
later
lost
they
the fight.
came in.
Are you just now? Are you going through all your life decisions at that point, going, "How the fuck did I get here?" Or are you
It's
thinking,
fucking
It's
a
depressing,
shitty
huh?
place to be. Yeah, when you're by yourself, laying in a hospital in another country, and then a nurse doesn't speak English.
Why-
I've been there. I've
They
been
wouldn't
there
let, they
with
wouldn't let
that.
anyone stay with me.
They wouldn't let your team in.
They wouldn't let. They had people there. Like Morgan, my boyfriend was there with
"Ooh,
me.
boyfriend, going"?
He was my boyfriend.
Oh, the Morgan, the
Yeah.
same guy.
Yeah.
He's your boyfriend.
He, at that time he was, yes.
Yeah, and that
Yes, he
also
was.
at this time last night he was.
So he
Go
wasn't
on.
with me last
Yeah,
night.
he gave you-
So he was there with me, and he tried to stay, but like at 2 a.m. they kicked him out.
Wow.
So he couldn't stay.
Oh,
You guys
That's scary.
gotta stand up for yourself.
Oh,
man.
I was
they-
texting I was seeing the UFC, and they were like, get somebody, and I was like, they're not. I don't even know where I am. Nobody speaks English. They haven't given me any food. Like they gave me a little washcloth to shower. Like, I mean, I still blood on me and stuff. It was like,
that shit's horrifying. I got stuck in Husha. I'm not, no joke. I got stuck in Husha, and they thought I had a fucking some kind of disease because I was like spitting up some blood, and like I was having some like reaction. They thought I had some kind of disease. They fucking took me from Moscow and put me in like to the fucking.
What were we doing in Husha?
I'm gonna tell you about that later.
All right, go
on. But anyway, they thought I had a disease. What it turned out is I had opened up a fucking bottle of soda like on the side of a building. Like I was just like careless with
Yeah.
opening, and some of the shards of glass had got into like the orange soda, the Fanta
Yeah.
that I was drinking, and there was glass in my system. But they thought I had a disease. They quarantined me. I didn't see the people I was with for like 2 weeks. I didn't know what was wrong with me. They was taking blood from me like old school style, where they was like cutting my finger open and putting it in like on a fucking glass
dish.
thing, whatever. And no one spoke English. I was stuck in a primitive hospital that looked like Oliver Twist for fucking weeks before I talked to an American doctor that came. I didn't know what was going on.
How old were you?
Not a person. We're gonna talk about that another time. This is personal stuff. I was
Okay.
very young. Let's just put it that way. I was very young.
Okay.
Okay.
I was in Mexico one time, and I ate like shit. Like I was like they put shit in the food, and I ate it, and my whole body I was shaking like I was like 90. It was like 99 degrees. I'm fucking freezing.
Where was this?
In I think it was Puerto Vallarta, and then I had to go to the hospital, and the hospital was just one room.
In Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, I was there for like 2 weeks. It was horrible.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding at all. Anyway,
I'll tell you why. I can't talk about that. That statute of limitations hung out. I have a friend whose father used to bodyguard for Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And since I didn't have a lot of money back then, the Robert De Niro asked the father, my friend's father, because they know me very well, they want to take Uncle Hanach with you, but I wasn't Uncle Hanach then. I was just Hanach.
You were cousin Hanach.
I was very young, and this was still the USSR at that time, or as we call the USSH.
Yeah.
And so I went, and I was with that guy, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
But not with my friend's father. So I was just there with Robert De Niro, his kids and shit.
Was he nice to you?
Very nice to me. He's a good guy, you know. And I showed him some stuff, how to, you know, choke people. Like when you see him in Cape Fear,
Yep.
and he's choked that fucking bite her cheeks like that. And he said, you're going to learn about loss and all that kind of shit. He got that from me, but I was very young when I created that.
Right.
But the situation was very fucking scary because the only person, adult who could save me came to see me at the hospital was Robert De Niro.
Oh, really?
Okay. So I'm sitting there. Finally, somebody who speaks English can tell me what the fuck is going on. I'm in tears. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like you're getting scared, like it's a Twilight Zone. I'm ever gonna get the fuck out of here?
Right.
Not one word of English, anybody.
And what
Okay,
did
hold
De
on.
Niro
Then
say to you?
So
De
I told
Niro,
him
because
also
they
to
thought
fight
I
it.
had some kind of disease, they wouldn't let him to get too close to me. They had a fucking behind glass. He's from outside talking to me, and he goes, "There's nothing I can do about it." You know, they said they got to keep you here. And then to see him then to walk away,
Yep.
the last person, American, you know, and then I don't know when is, and it's also on top of this, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I'm like, save to me, Robert De Niro.
Yep.
Please, Robert De Niro, don't you leave me, Robert De Niro.
Right.
I'm only a little kid. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Get me the fuck out of here.
Right.
But unfortunately, Robert De Niro couldn't do it. His hands was shy. Like
Right.
in the movie Copland, when he says, you know, what's that part? When he says, you know, you had your chance and you blew it. You blew it. Okay, hands tied now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
one? So it's similar to that.
Okay.
You wanted to know. I tried to keep it.
This is a great story.
Listen, I tried to keep the fucking
No, I'm
information to
into it, I'm
myself,
into it.
and then you guys expressed me.
No,
and now I had to tell you the truth.
Speak
that
me
one.
well. Okay, Saturday night. Saturday night. The fight happens, right? So I watched the undercard. It was a decent undercard. It wasn't great, but it was decent. Bilal won. I was actually surprised Bilal Muhammad.
Bilal from what's the movie House Party?
No, not
Martin Lawrence.
No, not that was not the guy from Young Black Teenagers. A different Bilal.
I remember. Oh,
So
wow.
anyway,
There was a young white teenagers, by the way. Did you know there wasn't
I didn't
black?
know that.
Well, there was white.
They were white. Yeah, tap the bottle and twist the cap.
That wasn't a good. That was bullshit. That one.
So anyway, Bilal Muhammad won. He beat
Randy Brown.
Randy Brown. I was surprised about that and how bad he beat him.
Did you see how sad and how far away look in his eyes? He said like,
Randy.
but you said like, yeah, me too. Did you see how
Yeah.
sincere?
And then what was some of
Man, Handy Brown, you know, give a shout out to your Yves Edwards. He care about you. I never seen such a reaction.
So then the pay-per-view starts, right? The pay-per-view starts, and I'm like, should I order it? It's $70.
It's the worst.
I'm like, $70.
That's why I didn't do
I'm
it.
like, I
said,
don't know if
fuck
I
that.
want to do it. I'm like, you know what? Why not, right? I watched the Poirier fight. I had to go to the
I
haha.
asked you if you were watching the fight.
Well, no, I wasn't at that point.
He didn't want to hang out with
So
you.
I go to the.
I was just gonna have him stream the fight.
No, so I watched the first fight. Then I go to the haha. I say off all social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
All social media. I'm at the haha. I'm like, all right, I got it taped, right? So then I go on Instagram for 1 second. Don't even.
Of course,
scroll.
you can't.
1 second.
You can't.
Didn't even scroll.
But you can.
First picture up is Rogan interviewing Anderson Silva. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
all
you
right,
can't-
Now I know who won that
Yeah.
fight, right?
You
I'm
can
like,
never
okay,
look.
Okay,
That's your fault.
Yeah.
That's my fault, okay? There's still the last fucking thing. So I'm at the haha, I'm watching it, and I post on Facebook a picture. Had a great time at the haha tonight. That's all I wrote. Like, great crowd, right? It's kind of kiss ass to the haha, whatever. It was a great crowd. First comment in, some guy who I don't even know, Chip Chipperson. Right? Chip Chipperson is his name, which I think is like not even a real name. He knows me from the podcast. Who's like, I love your podcast. Nice guy. He goes, you had a better night than Holly Holm. Like, he commented. I go, you motherfucker.
So
like,
guess what?
Yes.
Because of the world you're in, you can't even. I don't even answer texts from my friends.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be.
You know who
spoiled.
is the worst? And this is not a friend by any means, but this guy have my number, Eddie Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
If Eddie Bravo texts you anywhere near any time of the fight,
Yeah.
don't listen to it because he's gonna ruin the fucking every fight for you.
Oh,
and
so-
he's gonna destroy your whole
So
good
then-
time. I don't
Talk
even
about
answer.
So I
him.
messaged the guy.
Yeah,
right?
well,
I don't
that's
even know
true.
this guy, but I messaged. I go, listen, man, I appreciate the love, but I just paid $75 this fucking.
But he
pay-per-view.
don't know that you
He know.
You gotta stay off social media,
Yeah,
my
and
brother.
he
I don't
did.
care if you have nothing. If you posting about your granny, you
I
can't
know, I know.
about your
just
greasy
because
granny.
Joe Rogan's interviewing Anderson Silva doesn't mean he won.
Yeah,
they
but-
would have interviewed him anyway.
Maybe. But,
Oh yeah, on the pay per view,
no.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe, but
no,
why
not
would-
always, not always.
But
Not always.
typically, for
Because
Anderson
Anderson, that's why
Silva,
she-
Yeah,
bottom line is I
but
paid
Anderson
70
Silva could, is that he could have gone, I'm out of here on
Like,
a bad
maybe it was a
decision or
close-
something.
He could have,
Yeah,
and that's what I was thinking might
No,
have
but he
happened.
wouldn't.
But I said, you know what? I said, so I paid $75 to watch Tim Boast lose in fucking one round. I
Did what he said? What he said after the fight? Because I didn't pay for the fucking thing. I was
Anderson
like, I'm not
Silva?
paying. I was gonna go to a friend's house, Lila from Champlain. Anyway, Campela's girlfriend, whatever. They was inviting me to there, but they wouldn't let me bring my fucking doggy. And my doggy have some anxiety. If she's like every woman in my life. The minute I fucking go to the bathroom to take a piss after we fucking or whatever,
Yeah.
they want to be in cheers. Where
walk
you
your
going?
dog?
Oh no, not that. No. That, I mean do doggy style, but whenever I leave their presence for 2 seconds, where are you going?
what did you do Valentine's Day, by the way?
Some sport fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
And Eve, what did you?
And also this morning.
Okay, Eve, what did you do for Valentine's Day?
Nothing, man. I've been
Yeah,
married. For
he's
11
married. He
years.
didn't do shit.
Did you and your wife do sport fucking or no?
No, we just went home and did
The
our thing.
sport of fucking for those guys, he tired from that sport.
They're
No, I'm only
retired?
kidding. But you know how I get when you get married. That's your friend. No.
What did you get for your wife?
Nothing. We don't celebrate.
You didn't get her
things like
any
Because
you
he's
didn't get her?
smart. He conditioned her from the beginning. He's like, don't celebrate. That's the white man's, you know what I'm saying?
Holiday.
He used to,
Is that what happened?
And then,
No, I mean,
that's what I would have did.
Neither one of us are really into like, these holidays or these celebration things. You know
They
what I mean?
brainwash you for the simple fact that you were celebrating that.
Nah, if we want to have fun, we'll have fun. We don't need a date to go have fun. We don't need a special day on the
That's what I'm
calendar to go
talking
have
about.
fun.
I got something. I got my girl Lady Gaga tickets, so we're going to that, which is excited about that.
That's great.
It was funny but the thing was, I couldn't wait to tell her. Right? I'm like, babe, I got you a present. And she's like, I hope it's something small and thoughtful. And I'm like,
Oh,
and then
fuck me.
and then she goes,
I know what that is.
And she goes, like your dick. And I was like, what? My dick is not
But that's
thoughtful.
pretty.
And it was funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
That's
the thing,
not-
one
that's
thing
not
I
bad.
forgot. 2 years ago,
Wow.
she took me to that fucking movie, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh God.
That's-
And so
That's the slave one?
No, that's 50 years a slave.
Oh,
or
God.
8
My
years a
bad.
slave.
My bad. Okay.
yeah, no, so it was
like,
pretty bad. So I think that kind of ruined the whole Valentine's thing.
What? Because they was beating the shit out of each other and stuff, and it was intrigue.
Nah, man, it was pretty horrible.
It was just a piece of shit movie,
It was a
or
horrible movie. I was
It
so
looked
bad.
terrible.
I had to go and write a review for it. I'll send it to you.
is that
Really?
bad?
It's really
I
bad.
know. I wouldn't even think to go see some shit like that.
You write movie reviews?
Sometimes,
For who?
I like that.
whenever I want to.
No,
Whenever he won,
No, for who? Who do you write them for?
For me,
But you saw the movie.
yeah, I saw the movie.
he does it for Farrakhan.
Well, I didn't see all of it. I mean, I'll send you the review. You can read it. You can see. You can see.
He
what I'm
does
talking
for
about.
that free newspaper that the Farrakhan guys give out to you. The call.
Wait, who reviews a movie that hasn't seen it?
He saw
Exactly.
some of it.
No, but you said you've seen it, so why would you write a review?
Because I'm like, who do you write? You're writing it for like a website? Is what I meant. Like for like.
Oh,
I
I'm
wrote
like-
it for the world because the movie is so fucking horrible.
Did you see the movie?
I did.
Did you like it?
I saw it in like we rented it, and no, I didn't really like.
You
it. I
have
thought
less
it was kinda-
expectation when you hand that one than when you go to the theater, though. You're gonna give it some more leeway if you're because you're like, fuck it, I don't care. But you go to the theater,
Yeah.
you go to the parking, you go in there, you go. The usher take the ticket, he goes down to the left, and you get lost, and you gotta find that shit again.
Yeah.
And then when you see that, and then you go, what the fuck we doing here watching this shit?
Yeah. So we're gonna call a guy who's fighting tomorrow, Rudy Morales.
Yeah.
Put your
Uh,
morale.
his-
Hey, how come we don't do that shit no more? Where you got those guys that are gonna kill each
Because
other?
I don't know how to do it on the.
Are you
I know.
upgrade your system?
We gotta do that. The press conference. those are
Step
fun.
your game up.
Do you have his number?
Yeah, I'm
The
looking right
people
now.
deserve that.
Yeah. I got it.
We
Yeah.
used to have guys who's about to fight each other, and we would pit them against each other.
We gotta do that again.
Even when they like each other and shit, or they didn't have no bad blood. We made it to them to have some bad blood.
Yeah, actually, Adam, there was a memory on my Facebook last night at midnight of our call to Jorge Dominguez with Jose Shorty Torres on the line.
That was me.
I'm like, I thought I was going to get death threats after that press
Yeah,
conference.
we left a mess on the machines talking all the shit from CB.
What was the best one where I was telling the guy some shit about his girlfriend
It
or
was
something,
Anthony
and then he took
Gutierrez.
it out on the other
Anthony
guy.
Gutierrez.
Yeah, and then he took it out
And,
on the other guy, and it was like they was gonna
fuck
kill
was
each
his
other.
name?
The guy who said he hooked up with
Former
Paige Van
alpha
Zandt.
male guy. Yeah.
Remember about the Paige Van Zandt? And he's like, I get all kind of
Hanach.
girls.
It was Anthony Gutierrez and
Yeah, and how come I miss my beloved, my dear Aunt Gutierrez?
He came to my show, that guy, with his girl.
Where's Anthony Gutierrez? If
what
you
was
out
the name of the
there,
other dude?
I miss you,
A
Porha.
blonde hair guy, good looking guy. He tried out with the Ultimate Fighter.
Never mind how good
I
looking
can't
he
fucking
is.
remember his name.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
your eyes to yourself. Yeah, I didn't ask you
Gutierrez
how
and-
good looking he is.
But what did you think, by the way, before we get to him, of the Holly Holm fight?
I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. Oh, well, I guess I saw the fucking highlights. I don't know. I didn't think shit about it because I didn't really saw it.
Do you think
I saw the highlights, and what I saw the stuffs about that. Okay, let me ask you guys. Was it okay? I guess everybody can do their own thing while I'm talking.
Right.
You kibitz with each other over here. This guy's on his phone. I don't know what the fuck you doing. Calling Morgan Stanley, Dean
I'm
Witter,
trying to call Rudy.
and Rudy's right here.
No, Rudy Ruthless.
Oh, okay, that's my dog.
What the heck?
But where was I?
so about the fight, the Holly Holm fight?
And why you didn't?
Yeah, what?
You saw the highlights.
Oh, I gotta ask you what happened?
Okay, so what happened was
No, my question was, listen to what I'm saying to you.
Go on.
What happened? Do you believe she knew that she did intentional after the bell hit?
I do
Or
think
she was just on it, like.
I think it's
Zoned in.
I think it's a combination. I
I
think,
know it was a combination,
No, right. I think it's a Hey, Rudy.
but that's a good point.
Rudy Morales.
You want to talk to Ruthless?
Yes.
Oh, this guy got a publicist.
There he is. Yo!
Hey, Rudy Morales. How's it going? It's me, Heather Joe Clark. I'm here with Yves Levine, Renato Laranja. I mean, Yves Levine.
Yves Levine.
He was serious.
Yeah.
Yves Edwards.
Yes.
We're not friends anymore.
I'm sorry, Yves Levine. Go on. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic out here, real. As a matter of fact, right now, I'm over here in the Essence All Bath.
Are you in a bathroom
Yeah,
right
we
now?
can't hear you.
Wait, what happened?
This was the last fight that I took for Combate America.
My man.
You know me, I like to live my life.
Rudy, we can't hear you.
Who-
Put it all out there
We
tomorrow.
can kind of hear him.
Hootie,
Wait, so-
this is your Uncle Hanach. Hootie, if the listening audience is hearing what I'm hearing, I don't know what the fuck it sounds like you're doing over there.
Yeah. Rudy.
All right, so I'm in the bathtub right now. On the hot
I was
tub.
just-
I'm cutting weight right now as we speak, guys.
That's what it sounds like.
This is the first time that I actually do an interview by doing so. So
Well,
Okay.
they will
Hey.
keep your mind off of it, but
Okay.
just put the phone closer to your mouth.
okay.
So you in the
Put it in your
bath?
mouth, Rudy.
Yeah.
Just put it in your mouth.
So Hootie, you in the bathtub, huh?
So, Rudy, you took this fight on 2 days' notice?
Well, actually, I took this fight in 48 hours.
God, I 48 hours.
That would be 2 days' notice. But okay, so
I got a few pounds to go right now, and then.
What are you wearing?
What weight?
What are you wearing right now, Hootie?
what weight are you fighting at?
I am fighting at lightweight at 155, but I'm also fighting a guy who's a featherweight, so we agreed to do a catchweight at lightweight.
That's smart.
Okay.
So hey, what where you at? You want your Uncle Hanach to put some lavender oil in there?
Yeah. Hey, Heather, have you done that before? I forgot. But I know Adam was trying to, but I had to turn him down.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, Rudy, your last fight.
I put some incense in there too.
Your last fight didn't go that well because it was a war. It was a fucking war. But Heather told me that you told her that you were going to win the fight by heel hook no matter what. So you refused to throw
Yes.
punches because you kept going for heel hooks.
Yes.
And how'd that turn
Yes,
out?
I'm a big believer on the law of attraction, and when I'm putting my mind to something, and I learned that it's not the smartest thing when it comes to fighting, but I wrote it down on my board that I was going to win that fight, not only by submission, Adam, but that I was going to win that fight by a heel hook.
On your
And,
vision board?
Cost me the fight.
Rudy, who's cornering you tomorrow?
Heather Joe Clark.
Oh, I am?
You really? You didn't know you were cornering him?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Am I?
And then, and then Adam. Hopefully, if Adam's available, that way I got celebrities.
Wait, you really don't have
I don't know
anybody?
what kind of leverage you're hoping to gain off of that.
Wait, do you really have a corner or no?
No. Yeah, I got my boy Mike. He's worked with me for many years and stuff. So
I'll help out just so that I can.
He's out right here with me,
So that she can see free fights.
I already have tickets.
Now, Rudy, I love you, but I think you're crazy, man. Like you signed up to do bare knuckle boxing, just for the hell of it. How did that go?
You tried to win that with heel
knockout
hooks?
in 30 seconds.
Wait, what happened?
I said I won by knockout in 30 seconds.
Where?
Really? Where was this bare knuckle boxing event held?
What's up?
Where was the bare knuckle boxing?
Oh.
No, you punchy motherfucker.
Where was the bare knuckle boxing thing going?
I couldn't hear you on that one.
Did you really have the bare knuckle boxing fight?
Yeah, by Comata America's policy, I'm not allowed to disclose any information about bare knuckle.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, well, wait,
right.
what time are weigh-ins? I thought they were like 11.
Hey, but how badass would it be if one way or another, both of the ambassadors of Believe are there in Combate tomorrow, but then Heather will probably want me to pay her some money. So
yeah, you and Heather have.
I'm not
You
gonna
and
have
Heather
you
used
pay
to
me
date,
money.
right? Didn't you guys used to date?
No,
Or no? Did you?
no, we've
I
always.
had a very good friend of mine, and she's followed my career and before she even made it into the UFC. I had the honor to meet her when she moved, to Vegas to train from Jackson's, and we've been friends ever since.
But you guys have matching tattoos.
So a lot of people have
Yeah,
that.
maybe Heather can elaborate a little bit more on.
Yeah, why do you have matching tattoos?
What kind of
It's not
tattoo?
matching. I mean, they're the same, but there's a few of us that have them.
What is it?
It's called Believe to Believe.
Oh, caralho.
And who else has it?
Take the whole shirt off.
No, it's on this side.
She doesn't even know where it is.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait,
Oh,
I couldn't see it.
my cousin Tommy Gunn and other fighters from Vegas, they have it. From
Believe,
Guatemala,
true
Colombia,
believe.
Yeah. So that's kind of the model that I created, and I feel very fortunate that somebody like the caliber of Heather, will believe in it and look at her. She's motivating, thousands of women or females, across the world with it. So that makes me very happy. So I told you this, Adam. I want to be a legend in MMA one way or another.
You are a legend. You're the only fighter. You're the only fighter from where are you from again?
Guatemala.
From Guatemala.
He's the
You're
only
the only Guatemalan MMA fighter right now, correct?
Yeah, well, recognition. Yeah, but there is other up-and-coming talents as well that I'm trying to help right now.
So I like it. You're a warrior. You're a great guy. You got 7 kids.
Wait, he's a watermelon fighter?
What?
I'm a promoter. I promote real.
Like Gallagher?
Well, we could bring you on board.
No. He's a promoter. Look, I'm gonna come to your fight tomorrow, just because of you, just because you're there. Okay. It's Combate America. What time does it start?
5.
Starts at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. It's in Burbank.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on Fight Pass, right?
Hey, I'm gonna be calling you more often when I go. Wait, this is fun.
Okay. And it's gonna be on Fight Pass, correct? You can watch it on Fight Pass.
Yeah, it's gonna be on UFC Fight Pass, and also for the Latin American industry, it's gonna be on ESPN too.
Now, who's the guy you're fighting? You know anything about him?
I just know that he's kind of mean, short, stocky, and possibly he's going to try to grind me out. You can put it in. So I don't really know much about it. That's what the matchmaker told me. But I go over there, and then, but this one I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to turn the crowd. So if you come to watch me, don't expect the show like I've done before.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about this.
And do my game plan to win. Not just a freaking submission or head kick or spinning back to not. Play smart to win the fight.
Rudy, you have the talent. You have the ability to beat anybody, and we're gonna talk about this later. And and Rudy's, everybody watch, because Rudy's gonna have the best fight of his life tomorrow. Because I'm gonna, not because of me, but we're gonna have a talk, and he's gonna be who he is, and you guys are gonna see it.
Like
it's not gonna be,
that.
yeah, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, and I wanted to send a shout out too to Stripper Tour. They have welcomed me to be part of the team. So. They were a little bit against
I thought he said stripper tour. What the fuck is that?
I probably saying that I'm gonna go start training with them.
Magic City.
Awesome.
Now, Eve, have you ever taken a fight on 2 days' notice?
No. No, I took a fight on a couple hours notice.
Yeah.
Against who?
What about
I don't know, some dude named Tim Horton.
the guy with the fucking coffee?
The coffee, I was gonna say.
That's why the coffee ain't
Wait,
shit
Tim
nowadays.
Horton, like the Dr. Seuss book?
Yeah, exactly.
Horton here's a hoe?
He was here a boo.
Now, did you win the fight?
Yeah.
So what would your advice be for Rudy taking a fight on 48 hours notice?
Don't try to think about it. Just fight.
Don't think. Yeah.
Don't think, fight. But you know, what about those old fights that you used to have back where it looks like it was in a high school gymnasium and you guys didn't have any rules and you're kicking the shit out of people? You know what I'm saying? Where it looked like a point karate match, but you guys is just beating the shit out of each other.
Yep.
I seen that. This guy's crazy. He reminded me of myself back there. I used to fight in an abandoned church. No, never mind that, Rudy. We're talking Yves Edwards. You can fantasize about your Uncle Hanacha and Yves Edwards while you put some warm water more in there.
Well, listen, Rudy, I'm going to be there tomorrow. Yves, you going tomorrow?
No, I'm not going tomorrow.
Why?
I got some stuff I got to get taken care of.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
I just got back
to
into
do.
town. Man.
All right, Heather will be there.
Yeah,
I gotta wash my hair.
Are you going, CB? Why not?
Plus, he don't want to go to an all Puerto Rican event.
Now, is it all Puerto Ricans, Rudy, in this event?
He's not Puerto Rican, so obviously.
Rudy?
Oh, he's watermelon.
Okay, now, Rudy, what happened with KYRIE? Why did you not make weight?
The black fight is gonna love you and the audience.
All right, well, yes.
Rudy, did you hear that?
Hey, yes. Yeah, what?
And we definitely got to make you the real water ambassador for Southern California. So
I would love that, man. You've been saying that. I'm ready, man.
I can feel you a little bit, and I definitely got something solid for you.
I love it. Thank you, Rudy.
We'll talk after the fight, after the
that mean a
victory.
lot. That mean a lot to you, Adam.
Thank you, brother.
Next time, put some Sade or something on there.
Well, listen, Rudy.
He's got to start drinking the real water.
Real water. You got to drink real
What
water.
the fuck is that? The water that got in the bathtub in there?
Yeah,
I bet you that shit is healed than a motherfucker now.
He's sponsored by real water.
But you know what? What you don't know is that I also got a special hashtag called Me La Pela.
What?
Yeah, that one's becoming more popular.
No, we had a siren.
Just what about the fight? The fight's tomorrow. Forget about the hashtag.
It's always an honor. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Renato. You guys have a blessed day.
Put me
you
on
too.
your
Take care.
on your vision board.
All right.
We're gonna get his results. Yeah, that poor.
Jesus.
Oh, porra.
Heather, yeah, I like Rudy. He's a good guy, but is this smart taking a fight on 2 days' notice?
Hey, look, he gotta do what the fuck he gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it.
Who's gonna
he's
put
done it
money through his
before.
pocket?
He did it against a guy named Jimmy from Extreme Couture in Bellator, and he won.
He did it against a guy named Jimmy. you know how you're trying to build up.
No,
this
I know
shit?
Jimmy. I just don't remember his
You know,
last
it's like
name.
memorable,
Jimmy.
memorable. You know how they give you the memorable fight, like
There's a
notable
cat.
wins. It's all Jimmy. It's all. He remember that guy beat some guy named Jimmy from College Shore.
I actually know who that is. I know
Okay,
Jimmy.
but you know, that's
forget his last
besides
name.
the
I'm
joke.
horrible.
I just remember that when we had
But
Rudy on the
he's
show.
fighting a featherweight at lightweight, so
Yeah?
that could be an advantage.
You remember? You're
No,
gonna
well,
have.
No, I remember when Rudy was in the
He'll-
studio
he'll
and we did a
hold
stare
you.
down and he
Wait,
told me
I
to take my
mean,
shirt
okay,
off and I'm
so I'm
like,
not
this is
cutting.
weird.
Well, hey, you know.
The guy's definitely in better shape. He probably was supposed to fight, right?
Yeah.
So
Who, Rudy?
no, this
the other guy.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
sure
look.
he's a replacement.
Rudy's gonna do his best, and he got a built-in excuse. Even if he lose,
Right.
it's kind of a win-win. Because if he loses, it can be like, especially if he don't mention it.
Yeah.
Let the fucking let anybody else mention it but him.
Yeah.
I hate when someone's like, I was in there. I'm not gonna make any excuses. You know, he did great, but I had a broken feet. I had fucking staph infection. This was, I had a lot of fucking problems.
That reminds me of the Beck episode.
Oh
Charles
God! She won't leave that. Turn that off, please.
Okay.
She won't leave back hollering so long.
So,
Yeah, exactly. She was like, yeah, my tire was. What did she say? What did she say?
she said she had
Thyroid.
thyroid problems.
And then
Jimmy
she was
Jones.
very depressed.
Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Jones.
Never mind Jimmy Jones. What was the shit? Oh no, that was what's his name, Vic, who said his baby Cho was hurt or something like that. He said, I don't want to make no excuse.
Oh, Vic. Oh, James
Yeah.
Vic.
He's like,
yeah.
I say,
Yeah, but he won, though.
he said, I say, boy.
Trying to call King Mo right now.
This is you have to have a better system than this because this is I can't believe this.
What am I supposed to do?
Listeners, I apologize for this kind of shit.
All right. What? Listen. So the fight, it was the referee's fault in the Holly Holm fight that he has to get involved. And this is what Big John said. You know, yes, she hit him after the bell. Yes, Jermaine should have known. Yes, that punch was late. The punch never have gotten there because the referee should have gotten in between them.
Here's
Yes
what
and
I
no,
want to know.
it's-
Here's what I want to know. Do you guys and all of you guys at the table, who here feel like Jermaine did that intentionally to be dirty and get the upper hand?
Yes.
You
The
feel
first
that?
time at
No.
least.
Okay, who
No,
else?
I didn't see it.
I don't think that's the way she fights. Just her character, no.
So you think she got caught up in like some emotion type
Yes,
shit?
caught up in the moment. I do.
Because the way I saw the press conference, Holly Holm, and I know she was probably just very upset, but she was acting like, look, this is how, almost like it was a calculated thing. Like, this is what she's doing here.
I should have I only saw clips, but she said like I shouldn't have let her do that.
Yeah.
Here's my take, and it's not going to be a popular opinion, but this is straight from Big John McCarthy. Big John McCarthy said, number one, it's the refs' responsibility, not the fighters, to listen for the bell. You stop when the ref intervenes, steps in between the two fighters at the end of the round or at the knockout, submission, whatever it is. He said it's the ref's responsibility. He said the refs that night were all over the place.
Who was the referee?
The ref for the main event was a guy I've never even heard of.
They didn't even put the Bumbaras.
They didn't bring Herb Dean. They didn't bring Big John. They didn't have.
The referee that was there was Kevin McDonald.
Yeah, the ref in the main event was not all there.
Wow.
And so he's saying, Jermaine. A lot of times also, there's been a lot of times where the bell rings and the fighters don't even hear it. The refs don't even hear it sometimes.
When I'm in there, I don't hear nothing. I'm hear the heartbeat. I'm look to the eyes of that guy. It's in there. Even there for me, it's kill to be killed.
I hear the bell.
It's kill to be killed.
I've never done that before.
You know what? You never did a lot of stuff until your Uncle Henach came out here.
Like what?
I'll show you her later.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think she got caught up in the moment. I'll tell you who I think got robbed, though, was Brunson. I think Derek Brunson was a little bit gun shy in the beginning, because of his getting knocked out his last fight. So he kind of gave Anderson Silva a little more respect than he should have. Yet he still won the fight. I think he won all 3 rounds.
Note to Anderson Silva. Adam Hunt said that you didn't deserve any more respect. You deserved less respect.
I just think that when guys come out from getting knocked out their previous fight, they get a little bit, you start questioning things.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like.
I'm sure you don't. Have you ever happened to you?
I've had that happen to me before. It sucks. You go out there and it's not.
Who'd you get knocked out by?
I got knocked out by Sam Stout.
And the next fight was
that broke my heart. I remember that one. I think I lost money on that one, Poha.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in that one because
maybe you can take me to lunch or something like that. Just kind of extend the olives branch.
Yeah, no, it was upsetting because
of course it was upsetting.
I felt there's one point where I took him down, and when he was getting back up, I remember thinking to myself, "Oh well, it wasn't that hard. I'll just take him down again."
Ugh.
But he caught me with the perfect shot. I feel like if I didn't hit him with my right hook right before he hit me, his punch wouldn't have landed so perfect.
So you helped him out in some ways. So your next fight was against who?
I don't remember.
But you came in a little bit gun shy?
No.
So that's what he was asking. Do you know that feeling?
I know the feeling of losing a fight and being gun shy, but not being knocked out and being gun shy.
Oh,
okay.
That's not.
So being a little tight because you're like, fuck, I gotta win this shit.
Yeah.
Not. Damn, I don't know if my fucking. I can't get touched
After Stout was Rafael Tractor Oliveira.
Yeah, I thought I figured that. I thought that was
the guy's name is Atracto.
His nickname is Tractor.
Oh, I thought you said Atracto. That sounds like
Rafaelo.
That sounds like a Latin He-Man character.
Did you win that fight? The next fight?
I won that by knockout, by stoppage.
Okay.
See, he know how to came back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Brunson got robbed.
Well,
Brunson got big
my
time
question
robbed.
to you, because I didn't saw the fight. I heard a couple different opinion on that. Mostly, they said it basically how do you score takedowns but with no damage done. And I know hustlers like you is holding your eyes or whatever, but that's a legitimate question. How much? There's no consistency with how much a fucking takedown is worth. You know what I'm saying?
But he did do damage. He was punching him.
From
he was
what
landing,
I heard,
punching.
from what I
I know.
heard.
Maybe you should watch the fight.
I'm asking you because I didn't saw it. So tell me if this is correct. From what I heard, he got the takedowns, okay? But if you was to say who got more nice punches in or technique on the feet, it would have been Anderson Silva. Is that fair to say?
No, because he was landing a lot of punches on the feet.
Fair enough.
And he was doing damage from top. It wasn't like the Johnny Hendricks Neil Magny fight where he was just holding him down.
Okay.
That wasn't
Fair
the situation in this fight.
Plus, there was a lot of times where Anderson had the tie clench, but he just held it, and Brunson's coming up with crazy uppercuts, kind of like I think it was Petra Cotan, Ben Saunders, that type of thing, where he was coming
Why
with
you
the
gotta
uppercuts
bring that up?
It's the same kind of thing that happened.
That's my friend.
Anderson was more going for clinch and Muay Thai clinch, and Brunson was landing more shots. I would say 2-1 Brunson. Whoever scored at 30-27, Anderson is out of his mind.
Well,
I think it was Stevie
I'm
Wonder.
not shocked, but I'm not shocked by any. I mean, I've seen it all at this point.
I had a question for you guys about the main event for that. I'm not hating. I love both these ladies. They're both real good fighters.
Yeah, and
but
the body on some of that one.
but Holly coming off of 2 losses and Jermaine being 6-3. You think that's enough to build a
Absolutely
division?
not. First of all, they're not even 145. They're both.
It's all for
they're
Cyborg.
both.
Jermaine's
They're both
145.
130. Yeah, but they fight at 135.
She had really tough time.
Okay,
making
but her
weight.
fights in the UFC have been
What-
135.
what I-
There's nowhere else
Second
to
of all,
go.
I read. I don't know if it's true. Her combined wins in the UFC. Her opponents had an 0-6 record. So she's never. Everyone she's beaten has never won a fight in the UFC. That's what someone. That was a stat. I don't know if it's her. That's what I read. And Holly Holmes. No, not at all. If you're gonna have a 145-pound division, you have to bring in 145-pound girls. You can't just say these are the number 4 and 5 girl in the 135-pound division.
Yeah.
Now you're 145 pound.
Right.
That makes no sense.
But you know what I think they did? I mean, just my opinion is they wanted to make a first fight of that division. That's the first one. I'm
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Why not have a fight where I think they thought somebody was gonna get brutally fucked up? You know, like
I don't think
yeah.
so.
I feel like that was a striker. Like that was gonna be of all
Yeah,
those
but it is
girls.
the female division.
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on,
they
my
think they
brother.
were going to get the Angela Hill.
I think they thought it was gonna get a slugfest.
King Mo,
What's up, man?
what's up? You're on the MMA Roasted podcast. We got Renato Laranja, Heather Joe Clark, Yves Edwards, CB Gold. How are you, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, I had to warn y'all, man. I forgot to tell you, man. Block calls lead to a player's downfall. So anytime I get block call, man, my shit goes, it hangs up on me. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you get black calls and you don't answer that one?
Nah, block call with the O, not black. Black
Oh,
call get picked
porra.
up.
Yeah, I sometimes don't answer the black. I don't be answering that black calls either because they always want to ask me for some money till they get till the first of the month or something like that.
Right now, he said block calls.
Okay, and what it is, young
Nah, 'cause
blood? What it is?
You must be talking about child support, player. I know how you get down.
Yeah.
I watch your Instagram, man.
Yeah, you know how I get
You
down.
got,
Look,
you got all them kids. Don't take care of them.
hey, look, this ain't matrimony. This is macaroni. You dig?
No, okay.
Yeah, I think
See, I know how to speak the language. See, these guys need subtitle, my brother, because it's like the airplane, the movie that we speak in jive right now, and these motherfuckers, except Yves, but this nigga from Barbados, so he only know half the shit we're talking about.
Renato, I never saw
Yeah,
this side
already.
of you before. This is.
Look, I've been around, you know what I'm saying? I've been around these brothers. I've been from the big apple to the pineapple, you dig? And you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get money out of a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Out of a nice young bitch.
Don't thank you. Now, King Mo, are you in Florida right now?
Yeah, man. I'm here, father.
How's the training camp going for Rampage?
Man, it's cool. I don't really do training camps, man. I just train. You know what I'm saying? I was in Oklahoma with my boy Alan Green, Ghost Dog. And I went to England, trained with Venom Page a little bit. My boy Del Boy, Derek Chisora.
I like Venom
You know what I'm saying?
Page.
So
Wait,
That's my dog.
Alan Green, the boxer?
yeah, it's my dog too. That's my boxing sensei. That's my boy right there.
He was a great boxer, man. He was a world-class boxer.
Why you gotta put the was on there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was. He's not anymore.
Okay,
I mean,
whatever.
he's still.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Thank you very much. Now, Mo. The last fight, a lot of people thought you beat Rampage. It was very debatable. What are you gonna do this fight to make sure that it's not even debatable?
First of all, a lot of people, mainly most people thought I won. Second of all, you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna be in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Third of all, I'm gonna be healthier. Fourth of all, I've been with the American top team for years now. Last time it was a new camp to me. You know what I'm saying? I was there for 2 months. I'm gonna smash this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're fighting heavyweight because, you know what I'm saying, he can't make 205 no more. So we're gonna fight a heavyweight. So it is what it is. I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna smash it.
He was looking a little chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
look-
obese.
He looks thick. Yeah, he obese there. He's gonna get he got that sugar diabetes.
Now,
Diabetes.
now, who are some of the guys you're bringing in to kind of emulate what Rampage is going to do?
Man, what do you do? Throw a left hook, right hook? I'm gonna bring in. I got one cat, the Terminator Tank Williams. He was a heavyweight contender at one point in boxing. I got Trevor Bryant. He's a undefeated heavyweight boxer I've used. I can wrestle, with Steve Mocco and guys at the gym, but he does nothing really that special. Quentin's got to train for, he thinks he can, go out there and try to stop that takedown, but he won't be able to. And I can box this dude. Don't forget now, the first time we fought, we was on velvet, so I was slipping and sliding. This time, I'm going to have grip on my feet. So I'm going to be able to mix it up and do more.
Wait, what? I didn't heard that other one you said, Youngblood. You said that the first time you was on velvet?
Yeah, man, velvet. Like the damn canvas felt like velvet. I was slipping and sliding. I can get no grip.
How you know it's going to be different this time, my brother?
Oh, because Bellator done changed it. Because, we got Scott Coker. Coker don't, like the last dude, the Dick Rider Bjorn, he was cheap. So he tried to cut corners. But Bjorn, he breaks bread, make sure we get the top notch.
You mean not Bjorn, Scott Coker?
Coker does that.
So Scott Coker break bread.
Now, Yves, you're a trainer on the top team. What kind of... Now, Yves Edwards, you're a trainer at ATT. What kind of advice would you give to King Mo?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a trainer there, but
well, you know King Mo, yeah?
Yeah, I know Mo.
But you trained together before, or no?
Yeah, we go back. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that I would say the N word, but I can't say it. But yeah, Yves beat my homeboy years ago.
Yeah.
He beat that Yves. I forgot. He kicked my dog.
I didn't forget. That was a walk-off knockout. This dude Jeff Lindsay, Mo came down the corner of this guy, and it was funny because there was a 4-man tournament, and one guy dropped out, so we drew straws, and I fought twice that night.
Whoa. And
triangle the first guy, and then I kicked his boy Jeff Lindsay, and Mo's hated me ever since.
Really?
For him?
Hey, the kick landed after the challenge, but then they called TKO anyway. Yeah, man, I've been hurt ever since.
The kick landed in what?
He walked off. Let me tell you something. He threw a head kick. Bop! And my boy was out, falling down. I threw the towel in, threw it in, but Yves was walking off. He turned back to me and shit.
That's smooth.
So, but you can't get mad at Yves for winning a fight. I mean, why would you get mad at him?
Looking good while I do it?
No, when he walked off, he turned his back to us, dog. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but he had to do it like that. He hit you with that Dexter St. Jacques, that shit from the islands. You know what I'm saying?
What did you want him to do? Moonwalk out of there? What was he supposed to do? He had to turn his back to you.
Yeah, he gave you that Barbados.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, he's from Haiti.
Dick swinging.
So Yves, what?
He's the one of St. Edwards. Niggas from Haiti. He ain't from Bahamas.
You're not from Haiti.
No, I'm from the Bahamas. He's hating on me because he knows Bahamians hate that. It's the thing I was saying before about that.
So he's hating by saying that you was from Haiti?
Yeah, he's hating squared.
Caralho.
So
that's hate. That's the player hater ball level shit.
Now, Mo, last time you were on the show, you were banging one of the bad girls from the Bad Girls Club.
No. Let's erase that. It never happened.
It never. Okay, there's a rumor that it happened.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a girlfriend now? Or what are you doing?
No, I got a girl, but I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of, I don't like my stuff be out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True or not true. I like no accusations out there.
Right.
True or not true. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Of course, there were allegations. So, even what would you say to how to beat Rampage? What would your advice be?
Just wrestle him, man. I mean, he's bigger, but the last thing to go is power, and you're gonna be faster than him. You're a better wrestler than him. He's strong and he can throw guys around, but notice he didn't do that to anybody that can really wrestle. You just wrestle him, beat him up. He's horrible on the ground. I mean, he still doesn't know what's going on down there.
But okay, so
that was Yves Edwards, by the way.
By the way, Yves just showed us a picture. Wow, you kicked him and walked off. You did do that. I could see why he'd get upset.
Yeah, he kind of did that strut. He did a pimp strut.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. You know what? Now I'm on King Mo's team. Before I was on your team.
He walked off like George Jefferson.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he sure did. He went like George Jefferson. Yeah, that man, damn, I was mad.
That's how he did you, man. That's how they do you. When you know what I'm saying?
Now, King Mo, you've been posting a lot of pictures of Rampage on your Instagram. a lot of funny pictures. But are you trying to turn this into like a war of like, you know, who could be funnier? I mean, is this a way to get into his head?
Listen, man, Quentin ain't been funny in years. Man, it's like this, right? Anytime I hear somebody in MMA quote GSP, I am not in pressure for 4 months. Or say, don't be scared, homie, you know what I'm saying? Or he humped my leg. Man, that stuff, that was back 2012. You know what I'm saying? Come with new material, dog.
Yeah.
This boy is lame. He's lame as it comes. He just has, not to be racist, but there's some white boys out there that never been around many black people, so they hear Quentin say something and they laugh at it, even though it's not funny. I still hear people quote black on black crime like it's something funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, give me some black on black crime. Like Quentin Jackson said, man, go on somewhere with that. Get going. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not funny. It's old.
Gotcha.
Mo's a real one.
Yeah.
Now, your last fight, you were winning that tournament. You were beating Crow Cop. You just got caught. What are your thoughts on that last fight?
Why you gotta bring up a sore subject?
I'm just trying to see what
it's cool, man. The thing is, I never had a chance to train for him. You know what I'm saying? So if I had a chance to train at least 2 weeks, I would have got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was used to the cage. So, like, what Crow Cop was doing was while shooting on his legs, he'd back up and bounce off the damn ropes. Now, this Crow Cop fight, he fought calm and came back looking young, strong, ripped up. You know, usually when I weigh in the heavyweight, I'm the only one with the six-pack. Yeah. I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, we both got six-packs. And he's big. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't use this.
And, you know, in your defense, you know what? We had Josh Barnett here last week, and he said that out of all the fights he's ever fought in his life, no one hit him harder than that. I mean, with the fist even, than Crow Cop.
Yeah. Crow Cop, yeah. No, Crow Cop, it's hard because he fucking hit with the uppercut. I was never out, but my shit just went numb. I was like, this motherfucker, I was like, damn. And I knew what was going on. I watched the referee, but my body couldn't react fast enough. But
I don't blame
Crow Cop is a strong motherfucker. He's strong.
Eve, what were you saying?
Strong. He said strong.
Hey, Mo, I wanted to ask you, because you've been fighting for a while. You got a good record. You have a record that qualifies you for any promotion. But, like, I never hear anything about you in the UFC. Is it because of you or is it because of them?
Man, I think I might be too much of a nigga for that shit, dog.
I can't repeat.
I know it's gonna sound bad. It's gonna sound so gonna be like that, but it's just I met Dana. He was cool, whatever. I just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? Like Yves, you're a nice guy. Yves is well spoken, but you know what I'm saying? Like you hold your tongue, right, Yves?
Oh,
Me,
I don't.
I
don't know about all that, but
you know what I'm saying? Yves, hold up, Yves, come on now. Like you think you're more logical. Like you're like, you know what? I'm gonna say this later. I'm gonna say it at the right time. Me, shit, I just say what I feel.
I got you.
So you think that you're just too? You think you're just too outspoken, too kind of street for the UFC? Is that what you're
Too
saying?
uncontrollable.
I'm not saying street. I'm not saying street. I'm just saying I just feel like maybe I'm not a company guy. Like even with Bellator, Bellator, they're like, Mo, do you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe I can hurt myself there, or I can hurt other people there. I'm not trying to. I'm not a company guy.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
Now this fight's in Chicago against Rampage. Are you gonna walk out with all those girls again? Because that was pretty damn cool.
I might, but man, in Chicago, man, I don't know. I have to find something that ain't ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I seen some nice. You know what they got out there that they got a nice supply of in Chicago is Polish women, and you might have your thoughts about Polish women. Polish women is very nice. They're like white chicks, but have ass and thighs, and sometimes lips.
But see, I'm thinking like, cause I might give me something some Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I know people out in Harvey. I might try to give me some Harvey. Harvey, Illinois, something like that. You know, but
see, I'm not hip to Harvey.
I'm gonna find me something.
Heather, have you ever dated a black guy?
Yes, I have.
Of course she has. She didn't even look twice.
Was he a fighter? Or?
I've dated a fighter. Yeah.
Who?
The last one that comes to mind was a guy at Syndicate. It was an amateur fighter, but...
what's the difference between dating white guys and black guys?
Oh, my God.
She knows the answer to that.
Time out. Syndicate, did he have glasses? Did he still wear glasses?
Yes.
Oh, is he have like a receding hairline and have a brother that's fat?
Yes.
Yes.
You're making this dude sound...
Oh, I know that fool.
Yeah.
Oh, man, come on.
They just dated for a couple of months. It wasn't anything.
Was he a good representative of black people, King Mo, or no?
You know what? He's a good representative of West Coast black folks.
Okay.
Wait, where you grew up?
Dallas.
Man, I'm from the South, man. So like, he wore skinny jeans. Down south. Eve.
Yeah.
We wear skinny jeans down south. Nope.
No, ain't no
Now,
skinny jeans in Texas, man.
if you're 25 and down, you might wear skinny jeans. If you're in your 30s,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You ain't wearing skinny jeans, dog.
Fuck that
Heather,
shit.
did he wear
Crease
skinny
jeans,
jeans?
Dickies, house shoes.
He's talking about guys, though. He's talking about guys.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
but
I
Heather's
mean, they weren't skinny jeans. They're just like normal, like what you're wearing. Like,
skinny jeans.
are you wearing skinny
No,
jeans?
no, I'm kidding.
No, that's not skinny jeans.
No.
But they're not bad. Like, they weren't baggy.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, that's cool.
We're talking about when
I
they
saw
tapered at the.
in England, in London, I saw a dude wearing anorexic jeans. I could see his veins. I posted on Instagram. I could see his veins going through his jeans. Man, I clowned it. I couldn't stop smiling. Like, oh, your skinny jeans is like a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? You're a radical. This dude went overboard. I never said no. I thought it was latex. That's how tight his stuff was.
They painted it on like they did with Honda.
So King Mo, if you beat or when you beat Rampage, are we want the title at heavyweight or title at 205?
Man, money, whatever, man. Whatever comes first. Heavy 205, I don't care, man. 205, I wouldn't mind fighting the winner of Mitrione and Fedor.
Right.
Caralho. Yeah.
That'd be a good, right. Yeah. Him and Mitrione be.
Yeah,
I think
we-
Mitrione's gonna win that fight.
Somebody
Yeah,
gonna
I-
get knocked out. I'll tell
I
you
don't
that much.
care. I don't care. For me, I don't care, man. I'm look. It's a payday. It's how you get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out there to get paid. So me sitting there fighting once a year, twice a year, don't do me no good.
Do you want to
I got
rematch?
bills to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to rematch Phil Davis?
Yeah, man. Trust me. I'm gonna run that back. Trust me. I'm gonna get that rematch. I'm just trying to be open because 205 is heavyweight. The more options you got, the more fights you got.
I
You know
like
what I'm saying?
that.
So I'm just keeping my options open.
You don't duck nobody. I like that about you.
Yeah. And by the way, you were wearing
Man,
a
hell
Renato
no.
shirt on TV. That was pretty damn cool.
I told the big guys, like, look, man, I'm gonna wear your shirt. I think this nigga thought I was playing and was like, oh man, Moses capping. He ain't gonna do that.
Well, because a lot of
I
people.
did it. You know what I'm saying?
You did, and I'm always gonna remember that, young blood. A lot of people talk shit, and they say they're gonna do this and that, the other thing. They don't do nothing. A lot of people I known for years in this game. Who is high up in there. I didn't saw Dana White with one of that ones on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gave him one.
Yep.
I
hear you. Well, King Mo
Nah,
came
man,
through.
as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be wearing a Tulsa a Black Wall Street T-shirt
Nice.
at the Fedor fight. Represent because one of the big Black History Month, one of the biggest race riots happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Black Wall Street.
They burned down a few black theaters, a few black banks. I think
They burnt down.
black
There's
libraries.
a black community.
But you said they burnt down a black Adidas.
Yeah.
The fuck is
What's
that?
up?
King Mo, do you mostly go for black girls or white girls?
I go for whatever I get. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me.
I feel
King
you
Mo is
on
like
that.
Captain Kirk. He'll fuck a green chick.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll do anything.
That's
could be
his cut.
green, it don't matter.
Me and King Mo is cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
It don't matter what fucking color you are, but you gotta have some cakes on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have cake.
Yes. Because even though we're from the South, East, we don't play with that pancake.
Nah, you
Yeah.
can't have that.
No.
You can't have that square cheeks.
No, that pancake, no.
So Mo, you got Woodley or Wonder Boy in the rematch?
Now look, I think if Woodley goes up there and dogs him out, Woodley's gonna beat him. I'm talking about Iran Barkley dog him out. You know what I'm saying? Hagler Hearns dog him out.
You're the only one.
I think that Woodley, he goes out there and asserts his dominance, he's gonna stop him.
You're the only other one that talk about Iran Barkley. I talk about that motherfucker sometimes. I say somebody look like Iran Barkley. People don't know what the fuck. Like if I say it on this podcast, nobody knows the fuck I'm talking about.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well you do, but
I love Iran Barkley, the
Yeah.
Blade. Hey, that was that dude right there, man. He didn't care, man.
Yeah.
He fought to knock you out. He didn't fight to win rounds.
and he wasn't.
I love Iran Barkley.
He wasn't the best looking brother in the world, but yeah.
Now you trained at Mayweather's gym. Mayweather McGregor. How many rounds does this actually go in a boxing match?
Man, y'all actually entertaining that? That's the biggest joke. That's not as bad as like Hickson versus Mayweather in a grappling match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a walkover. That match will only last as long as Hickson or as long as Mayweather wants to. You know what I'm saying? If Mayweather wants to end it in one round, he can end it in one round. If he wants to carry him and torture him and ruin him, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's night and day. You know, Conor, I know he's trying to get paid. My hat's off to him. But
that's what it is.
All these people talk. People think that Conor's gonna do something to Floyd. Like what? Scratch him? What's he gonna do? You better kick him. You better kick him because he don't have many punches.
Floyd can control how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like if Pacquiao can't touch him, Pacquiao he took away Pacquiao's chance to touch him. So that's a stupid fight. But you know what? I mean, of course I'm gonna watch. We all stupid. We're all gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
But
not me.
Well,
listen, y'all can. I'll see on Facebook.
I'll be curious.
It's like this. If I'm gonna watch boxing or watch something, I want something competitive. Like Errol Spence versus Kell Brook is a fight that everybody needs to see. Adrian Broner versus Granados this weekend is a fight people need to watch. You know what I'm saying? Joshua versus Klitschko, that's a fight. There's some good ass fights out there, but
Chris Brown, Soulja Boy
versus McGregor ain't one. Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy, that's going down. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch. I told you. See, you're gonna watch that shit. But you know what would be interesting? You know what would be an interesting fight to me? And I want your opinion on this. I always say, but some people disagree. I would like to see McGregor versus Mayweather, but in just a stand-up fighting match, like where you could have kicks or whatever, just any form of stand-up shit. And I think that might be some interesting shit.
It would be until McGregor started landing leg kicks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
But
It's only gonna take 2.
Yeah.
It wouldn't last that long though, because I've seen them boxers. I've leg kicked the boxer before, and I can't kick the shit.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
I kicked him, his ass went down.
So if you gave McGregor all his stand-up tools, then that's a different story.
All right, this week Hendricks is fighting Lombard this Sunday night. Who wins this fight?
Man, I know Joseph. I call Josephine Johnny. I've known him for a while. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna roll my teammate Hector.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your teammate. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny used to be your teammate.
Yeah, he used to stay with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to live with me and everything.
What has he did for you lately? I know he used to spar with you. I used to take you out to lunch.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Not no more.
Well, listen, King Mo, it was an honor to have you on the show, man.
Why you brushing off King Mo? You don't want to let the brothers to speak anymore?
I'm not. Jesus Christ. So listen, it was an honor to have you on the show, King Mo. Thank you so much, and good luck in your fight against Rampage. I hope you get the W. So.
Hey, and Yves, I want to apologize to calling you Steven years ago. And that's still, I feel bad for calling you that. You remember that?
He called you Steven?
Yeah.
Steven from Django.
Oh no! Oh God! Well, why you gotta did him like
such
that?
a hater,
Why you gotta did him like that?
Because of Jeff Lindsay?
Listen, I just fucking around with him. But that's why I want to make sure he's as well respected. And he's to me, he's somebody I hold high, hold high. You know what I'm saying, up there. So I feel like when I look back, it was funny, but at the same time, it was disrespectful. And for everybody, I want to apologize to you for that because that's kind of out of line.
That's very big.
You know
That's very big of you to apologize for that in front of all these people, Mo.
He appreciates.
I'm just saying. I apologized to you before, but I just want to let you know for real. My bad. It'll never happen again.
He appreciates you too. He hashed that one on the MMA Host podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
So sincere. I appreciate it.
Well,
All right.
Well, thanks. Take care, King Mo.
All right, man.
Okay, take
Later,
care. I'll
Mo.
talk to you when you came out here next time.
Yeah, that was King Mo. That guy's awesome.
King Mo, boy,
I love Mo.
boy, you gotta love that fucking
He's
guy.
as real as it gets, man.
Yeah, that you know.
That's a friendship I'm disappointed in because after I knocked out that guy Jeff Lindsay, like I could have met Mo way back then, but I didn't meet him. That was like 99.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
so you missed out on all those laughs and all those years
like 4
and shit.
years of hanging out with
Why
Mo.
did he
You know,
get mad that you walked away? I don't understand.
No,
why.
he's kid. You know, he's joking around. But you know, you ever seen when somebody like knock out your homeboy and then you're kind of like, you motherfucker. But
he hated me then, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but over the years and getting to know each other and being around fighting, it's like it don't matter.
So fights this week, Saturday night, Fedor versus Mitrione. Who do we like and why? Heather.
I'm a Fedor fan, always.
You think he's gonna win this fight?
I do.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just one of those people like I can't bet against. Like I just.
It's hard to bet against.
Yeah, I just can't. Like I mean, Mitrione is like super athletic and and you know kind of scary as well. But I just think the experience is gonna win on this one.
Eve?
I got Fedor.
Really?
Yeah, because Matt is yeah, he's athletic and he's big, but Fedor is Fedor, and on top of that, because Fedor is Fedor, Matt Riccione knows who Fedor is. So he's I think some of that is in his head. Not I get to beat Fedor. It's I'm actually in here with Fedor. Oh shit.
My thoughts on this one is basically, you might think I'm crazy, but I feel like it's Matt Mitrione fight you lose. I feel like when I've seen Matt Mitrione in the past fucking up, it's where he gets too happy with himself and he let his guard down.
Yep.
And he gets silly. But I feel if he's focused, when he look good, he'll fucking good, and he can cover a lot of with his athleticism. He's gonna be a lot bigger and a lot stronger than Fedor. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
CB?
I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, and then for another thing, I just feel like, of course, Fedor could just knock him out with one punch, absolutely. But I feel like if Mitrione fights smart and within himself, he could definitely win this fight. I would lean toward Mitrione, even though, of course, everybody loves Fedor more.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's fun. He's fan favorite. But to be honest, I feel like Matt Mitrione.
Yeah, he can do that, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna be able to do that if he's in awe. You know
This is
what I
true.
mean?
I'm just not sure if he's in
Have you ever
awe
been in awe
anymore.
any of your
I don't know if
opponents?
he's still
No,
got the
'cause-
same mystique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if Fedor at this day and age have the same exact mystique that he used. Like, you know, Anderson Silva, who could be the greatest of all time, whatever. He don't have. Back in the day, Derek Brunson would have been would have been pissing himself. You know, well, I don't want to say that. I don't know Derek Brunson, but he would have been like, "Oh shit, I'm in here with Anderson
He still
Silva."
was like that kind
Hold
of.
on, but then you see, Bisping to beat him. You see, well, you go, you know what, man? Maybe I might check this young. You know, like how King Mo might said that one, but yeah. But so what the fuck I'm even talking about?
No,
I don't
I
even
get
know.
it. I
I
get
lost
what
my
you're saying.
I
train of
understand what you're
thought.
saying. Have you ever fought a guy, Eve, that was in awe of you? You felt like he was giving you too much, or he felt like he was defeated before you even got there?
Yeah, and WEC. I mean, I've been on both sides of that. You
Who?
know? So,
Oh, who you felt in awe of?
Ruben Asado.
Oh, Human Asaj.
Yeah.
And then who were you in awe of?
No, that's who I was in awe of, Ruben Asado.
He said that like because everybody in the home and everybody at home was like, who the fuck is Human Asaj?
Sorry.
Okay, you don't know who Ruben Asado is either.
No,
Okay.
I know who that is.
I'm
because,
sorry, I forget. These guys
because
say don't
I've been
start.
around.
Please
See, I've
educate
been
me.
around. You know what I'm saying, the game.
So for the people who started fighting before the what was it 2K?
Yeah, back when I was in Hero Heroes and all that kind of shit.
Ruben Asada was this guy. He was the Shudo champion.
Yeah.
There was no 155-pound weight class. I mean, Jens was the champion in the UFC ultimately, but before even Jens, there was Ruben Asado.
Yeah, and before Boss Hooten was doing the slap boxing over in Pancrase,
Pancrase.
they was doing some slap boxing young bloods over in Shudo.
Right. And
Where they was get a loophole so you could slack the shit out of somebody and kick them in the head, but you can't punch them.
So you were kind of giving him too much respect, you thought?
yeah, for sure. And but there was a lot of things that went along with that. You know, he was able to finish the fight really quick, but there was an accidental headbutt involved too.
He headbutted
but that
you?
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming in, and I hit him with a jab, and as I hit him, he just runs right into my head.
Yeah,
But
that happened.
And who was the guy that you thought like you were already in his head?
Boy, if we don't know the name of the guy then you're
Right?
not gonna know who the fuck this
I wanna
is.
hear it.
Joe
This guy named
Joe
Deshaun
Blow.
Johnson.
Deshaun Johnson.
Yeah, I fought him in the
Let me guess,
WEC.
Swedish guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was wrestling in high school, I was
It's on
undefeated
Fight
senior
Pass.
year, and like there were guys that I just knew that they had lost a match before the match even started.
Because you was intimidating
Yeah,
back
fuck
then.
yeah,
You was
they
telling
were-
them jokes and killing those
Exactly.
motherfuckers.
CB, who do you like in the Fedor fight?
If Fedor shows up the same as he did with Maldonado, Mitrione hits a lot harder. He weighs a lot more. I don't think Mitrione could be in awe of the now Fedor. It's a lot of those fights that, like, 5 years ago, fuck that. Mitrione was a dead man walking. I've been saying it for a while. I think Mitrione, I think he's going to come forward, but if he gets sloppy, he can get caught.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, the Fedor that fought Mark Coleman, this fight would have been like you wouldn't even they wouldn't have made this fight.
No,
but
they only
Tim
he's in the-
Sylvia,
yeah,
Andre
but
Arlovsky.
now that it's this time, this is a good
at the
fight.
same time,
you know what I'm
Mitrione
saying?
has a low fight IQ. So
I just feel like he lose focus or something. You know what I mean?
like when he took a
what was
shot
the
on
one-
Brendan Schaub and got
No,
like,
not that one. What was the one where he fought
Congo. Was
the
that
guy who
Guillotined
caught?
him?
Yeah, what's his name?
Ben Rothwell.
Rothwell.
Yeah,
He was tuning up Ben Rothwell.
yeah.
And that's no disrespect to Ben Rothwell. I like the guy, but he was outclassing the guy.
Yeah.
And then out of fucking nowhere, he just goes, let me just bend down. Like,
Yeah.
and take him down. And what the fuck was? I mean, it was frustrating because I had him on I used to do that fantasy.
It's like the Andrew Galata of MMA.
And he was tapping like
I used to do
"Save My
that
Life."
Fucking that fantasy shit, that fantasy
Draft
draft. I used to do
Kings,
that.
counter
and
move.
it was like, "Caralho," you know, like what the fucking you just fucked up my whole shit, Mitrione.
All right, Josh Thompson, Patricio Pitbull. Which Pitbull is this?
That's the 155 or the one that got
There's too many
knocked out by
brothers with this.
Chandler.
Oh, he got knocked out by Chandler.
He's the one that got fucking starched by Chandler.
Josh Thompson's been out for a while. But
Where is this happening?
he's the guy that you knocked
This is
out.
in
this
San
happening in
Jose.
San Jose?
That was one of the
San
greatest
Jose.
knockouts ever.
Oh, that was one of the favorite ones.
Yeah.
And we liked that at 10 Planet back then because Josh Thompson had did like a spinning back fist knockout of our guy, Gerald Strickland. He was the first.
Yeah.
Gerald Strickland was like the first protege of Eddie Bravo. And when I first came there, it was like that was the big talk. Aside from me, everybody was
Right.
like, "Wow, Uncle Nach might became here,"
Right.
but also Gerald Strickland.
Yep.
And Gerald Strickland was like at that time, man, his jiu-jitsu was amazing, and he was doing great. And then he just caught a bad one and got knocked out by Josh Thompson. And you know, it was very
I
sad.
mean, Thompson's knockout over Nate Diaz was insane.
that was crazy. But what about how the Tony Ferguson was treat that guy? Holy shit.
I was at that fight. He murked
That
him.
was like
So
I
who
didn't.
wins this?
I thought he was gonna win, but not like that. Paul.
So who wins this fight, Thompson or Pitbull? Heather.
I don't really know Pitbull very well.
You don't?
No.
You don't watch a lot of Bellator? Because he's a
watch-
tough motherfucker.
Yeah, I do, but not as much as UFC.
He doesn't have as much exposure as the 145 Pitbull, though. That's
him?
Patricio's way more well known than Patrici.
I
So
thought it was the
okay,
other
so
way
you don't
around.
really know this. Eve, who wins?
To pick one, it's hard. I want Josh to win. I think.
Even though you guys, you beat. that
I
guy.
like the guy.
Did you guys have any beef before the shit talking at all?
Nuh-uh. But then I just feel like Pitbull, Josh may not be as durable as he used to be, you know, and Pitbull's going to be a little bit rough.
I hung out with Josh one night. He came to my show in Vegas, and afterwards, we were walking around the casino, and I understand why people don't like him. Like he's cool. Like
Yeah.
if he's your boy, he's cool.
yeah.
But he has the V-neck, you
Yeah.
know, and he has these muscles, and he walks
Yeah.
around like he fucking owns the place.
Yeah.
But
He's that guy.
But but if he likes you,
Yeah,
he's
I don't know
great.
the man, but I see you.
Yeah.
Okay,
but he's a fun guy. Like he's a
I got friends like
character.
that. I got friends that
Yeah.
you know, it's a piece of shit of a human being, but they're my friend. You know what I mean?
I didn't call him a piece of shit. Of a
I
human
didn't
being.
say it. I'm saying I'm my
Yeah,
friends. I'm not
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about fucking
Yeah.
Josh Thompson. But I'm just saying, you know, I got some friends that's worse than Josh Thompson that like, hey, look, that's my
Yeah.
boy. What am I gonna do? You
Yeah,
know? But in this fight, I feel this is one of the hardest ones to pick. It's one of the ones where it's almost like a toss.
And the guy's 3 years
but
out.
What you have here is you have a more technical, cerebral fighter in Josh Thompson, and you have a more lethal, you know, violent, tough, fucking old school Brazilian like Vanderlei Silva type, little Vanderlei Silva type, who is basically it's gonna come down to our game plan. You know, if Scott Thompson's very fight smart and conservative, stick to the game plan, he's probably got the edge because of that. But if Patrici touch you, man, he's capable of just to put you fucking lights out, just one shot, boom.
Okay, but now you have to pick somebody. This is the last 6 times. We just like if.
Okay, so, you hide. I'm that's dirty tactics.
Right.
Fuck. Why I keep seeing Patrici, even though my brain says Josh Thompson. I just saw a flash of Patrici, and I have to trust, because you know what that is? That's my God, Jesus Christ is telling me.
Yes.
And I can't fight against that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
it's Adam and Eve, not Patrici and fucking Josh Thompson.
Right. That's exactly.
But anyway,
that's
so
what God says.
well,
Okay.
but he's choosing to me Patrici.
Okay.
So I'm going for
CB?
Patrici.
I don't know, man. Josh Thompson, he's always recently been worried about, I want the belt, and you can't really overlook people, but
We're
at
gonna
the same.
summarize this in a.
Oh, because Renato took all my analyzed time.
Yeah, go.
Oh, okay. I got Thompson. I think he can win anywhere. I think he's gonna be smart. If he gets tagged, he'll go for the
You and
takedown.
Uncle Chom.
I got Thompson. I think the layup's gonna help him. All right, Czech Congo versus Ole Thompson.
Wait, who Ole Choms?
Ole Thompson.
He fought Matt Mitrione.
He got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
He gets knocked
But
out
it-
a
but
lot.
he
Is
rocked
he the
Mitrione,
English
too.
guy? He's the English guy?
Yeah.
That's a tough. Wait, and he's fighting.
Czech Congo. Heather.
Again, I don't know. Honestly.
Damn.
All right, Eve.
You know
I
who's
don't
the
know
guy?
Ole Thompson. That's
You
the
know
guy I
when
don't
they
know.
brought Mitrione first fight, they tried to give him somebody that he's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
And then he kind of slipped on he almost slipped on a fucking banana
That
peel.
wasn't
Yeah.
him though. His first fight in
What
was
are you
it was
talking about now?
Mitrione was the second. He was Mitrione's second fight in Bellator.
And
Who
he's-
was the first
but
one?
He's still,
Carl Sumanatafa.
He still almost lost.
Okay,
the
so
fight.
it is the one. I just thought that was Mitrione's
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
fight. Okay, so and then it was kind of like, let's Mitrione was supposed to win that
Yeah,
fight,
yeah.
and then this motherfucker hit hard and had Mitrione on skates for a second, and I was like, I can't. Cause on paper Mitrione, I trained with Mitrione before years ago.
Yeah.
That fucking guy is an animal. He's a beast. He's a heel. He's a heel athlete, like
Yeah.
not just a tough guy.
Yeah.
That's like a level of athlete that's different than your normal human being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So you like Mitrione? I mean, like Congo in this?
I just have to like Congo because he's got way more experience. He's been there and did that, and I feel like, yeah, Congo.
I think he's got more weapons too.
Congo, yeah.
I got Congo. I think he keeps the distance. He doesn't want to get hit by Ole Thompson because his chin is far subsided over the last couple years, and I just think I think he could even take Ole down and possibly submit him.
Josh Koscheck.
By the way,
Yeah.
quick. Why you looking when I touched your arm like you looking down at my hand like
yeah.
somebody touching
Go
me?
on. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So you said, well, you got to pick one. You can't just say if this. I said Mitrione.
Yep.
Okay. I said all the heathens, but I said
Yeah.
Mitrione. Okay. So don't fucking make it like I didn't say that.
Oh, that was your point?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for picking somebody, and not just giving us a if he does this he'll win or if he does that he'll win. That's I mean, of course.
I set it up with that,
I
so
know,
you have
but-
some
so Josh
texture.
Koscheck is
I give some
fighting
texture to the
Josh
pick.
Koscheck versus Mauricio Alonso. I don't know who this guy
I don't know
is.
who is Mauricio Alonso.
I think they're just giving Koscheck a guy here to beat.
That's like
they're not.
Alfonso. What is his name? Alfonso
Mauricio
Ribeiro?
Alonso.
Mauricio Alonso.
Okay.
I worry about because Alonso's pretty good. He's got some power.
Never mind Alfonso. Who is that?
He's out of Brazil. But I think.
He's Brazilian?
Koscheck hasn't fought in a long time, and I think if Alonso hits him once, it could be over.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the other guy, so I can't not qualify.
I thought they were throwing Koscheck a can, but honestly, I would not be surprised if Alonso knocks Koscheck out.
Wow.
Really?
Like that, huh?
All right, now
Hey, you heard it from CB. Next time he asks you for an autograph, Josh Koscheck.
You ever got Koscheck's autograph?
Not his autograph. I've taken photos of him.
Have you ever got Gene
It's-
Wilder's
he's
autograph?
tough to get,
The
though,
same
Koscheck.
stuffs.
Have you ever got what?
Gene Wilder's autograph. They have. He remind me of the Gene Wilder of MMA.
Josh Koscheck?
I like the way he fights.
UFC this Sunday night.
He used to fuck people up.
Oh, Gene
I
Wilder's
like,
the best.
No, not.
Oh, Koscheck.
I mean, Gene Wilder fucked some people up, but that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in Stir Crazy.
Yes.
When there was We Bad, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
When they
UFC
went to the prison and he hit your prior. And you know what? He watched Silver Streak the other night, and wow, I had forgotten that movie because I was more of a Stir Crazy guy when I was young. And Silver Streak, it was enjoyable to go back and watch that one.
Thanks for letting us know. All right, so Derek Lewis versus Travis Brown. This Sunday night, the Black Beast versus Travis Brown.
I know who I got on that one.
I got the Black Beast.
I got the Black Beast all day long.
I'm with
by
Derek Lewis on
knockout,
that one.
by knockout, right?
Absolutely, man.
Heather?
It's a hard one because
Because you're gonna have to see one of them in person and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck you said
no,
that?"
because I like Travis.
I like Travis too. That don't mean nothing.
No, I know. I just
I mean, he can't get knocked out.
No, I believe in him. I think just because I've seen him training, and it's hard for me to go against someone that I really believe in.
I feel you with that.
But yeah, I mean, on paper, I definitely see what you guys are saying.
Mm-hmm. I get it. And look, this is nothing to say that Travis Brown isn't fucking a great fighter.
he's great.
I'm actually a fan of Travis Brown. I feel like something's going on. I don't know what the fuck it is, but something is a different Travis Brown from when I was first starting to enjoy Travis Brown. I'm not gonna speculate on what the fuck.
Yeah.
But
And they never should have left Jackson.
I feel that the potential of that guy, that's another one of those athletes, and the way he's built, he's like almost, if I was to like build a fucking fighter of that way, I'd be like, this is the one. You know, like if I made one on the game, the Sega game, Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
What they have in the UFC
Have you ever
game?
seen a fighter leave and do worse though? Leave a camp and just digress?
It's very strange, but in any case, but the Black Beast, if he'd come out like the way he was, my God. You know, but if he's the old Travis Brownie, it would not be easy to pick.
And
but
also,
for me,
the Black Beast got knocked out by Matt Mitrione.
No, he said he was staying.
Jordan.
He said he was gonna leave.
But don't forget, the
He
Black
didn't?
Beast got knocked out by
I
Sean
thought
Jordan.
Travis went
He
somewhere
does.
else.
No, he said he was going to Black House, so we had
He's
Alan
splitting.
here, and Alan said he'd not shut up to one practice. So
Yeah, Travis is still at Edmonds.
Yeah, I saw an article that said, because he said he was leaving, and then he retracted that and said, no, I'm staying. Okay, so whatever. I don't know if that is whatever it is, but if you made me to bet, even though I just feel like it's the Black Beast.
Yeah.
so Hendricks Lombard, I'm feeling Lombard in this. I think this is Johnny Hendricks. I hate to say it, but he should probably stop fighting. He's just not looked the same since the Wonder Boy fight.
Yeah, that's true.
And I like Hendricks, but it's just not the same guy.
Yeah, I would have to put
The
Lombard.
Wonder Boy fight was right after Robbie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's man.
Yeah,
Those Robbie Lawler fights.
they take a lot out of somebody, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
God, are you?
Same with Rory has never
Rory.
looked the same.
Carlos. I
Carlos.
mean, you haven't
Wow,
really seen
yeah,
Carlos.
huh?
But those when you go to
Ellenberger,
those,
he looked good against Brown, but
you
that
go
was
to
it.
those with Robbie. You know
What
But
is
look
it
at
with
him.
Hobby?
Look at him. He's still there.
Isn't that crazy?
He'll do it again.
What's up with Hobby? What is that guy made of? Because when you see him in person, like when I first met Hobby in person, he's not. He was smaller than I imagined. He didn't have like ham hocks of hands. He just looked like a pretty normal fucking guy.
Robbie's the welterweight fader.
Same thing with Edgar, though.
Exactly. That's the best. That's
Same-
the best analogy I heard.
Same thing with Frankie Edgar, though. You guys who
Yep.
lose to Edgar,
Yeah, but
the next
Edgar-
fight they lose.
Edgar.
But-
I see what you're saying. Yeah. But he put a more punishment on you. Like Frankie make you look like shit, but
Robbie
Robbie-
really
he make
Robbie will
you
fight
Hobby
you.
make you feel like shit.
Robbie, I mean, like the ending of Robbie and Rory.
Have you talked to Robbie since he left ATT?
Yeah, we hang out sometimes.
What
We
is
live
it
in
with
New
that
York.
guy? What make him so special?
Where's he training now, by the way?
We didn't even talk about training, man. We were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't need to talk about MMA all the time. And
Well, I'm just
be
wondering
asking
what I
people
mean.
about
I don't know
that.
why. I mean, look, he was so successful at ATT, and then he lost to Woodley, and then he left his camp. And a lot of times, I think that's a mistake. People lose one fight. Travis Brown loses a fight. You start going, "Whoa, what happened?" He goes to Edmond. It's been a fucking disaster. Just because you lose a fight with a camp doesn't mean that it's the camp's fault or that you even need to change anything. I mean, he just got caught against Woodley. Woodley doesn't land that punch. He might not have won that fight. Who knows?
Did you ever went early home from camp, like your parent, like you was homesick for your parents from Jewish camp or whatever?
Yes, all
Did
the time.
they send you to Jewish camp?
No, I went to sleepaway camp.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't remember. I don't remember.
The Habbi was to
About-
tuck you in.
Something you said, but I don't.
About
remember
people
what's up.
leaving because they think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it all depends on where you go and what you do, though, right? Sometimes guys leave and they have a lot of success. Sometimes guys leave and they have absolutely none.
Yeah,
it's-
Robbie leaving Milicic was a great move for him.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the person, not necessarily where you go.
It's you. Wherever you go, there you are, Poha.
Yeah, you're a hard worker, and you know the fundamentals of what you need to do. You keep up with those things. Like, only thing you can do is add new stuff to your game. But you go somewhere else and you try to change everything. That's a completely different story.
Also, you have to take in consideration with the UFC, for instance. With me, my last 2 fights were against like 2 undefeated girls, like tough girls who they were trying to build as well, and they ended up being tough fights. But so sometimes people are like, oh, it's because they came off of a loss, or because they changed camps, or they're always
Yeah.
trying to make a reason.
Maybe
It's
it's they put you in against a fucking animal.
And maybe you got injured, and maybe you had bad luck, and
Yeah.
maybe there's just so many variables that you gotta just like.
this is
it's
true.
just like we're sitting here, we're like, oh, let's try to maybe it has nothing for Travis. It has nothing to do with that. It has something else to do with something else going on in his life.
It could be
but it
anything.
just would seem though at Greg Jackson's camp where he was getting training with Sean Jordan and
Sean's not there either.
Oh, okay. Well, he was training with some of the best heavyweights around, best bigger guys. Training with John Jones, and then he goes to GFC, where
it just
Maybe
seemed
he
also
didn't have
that like
enough partners.
Greg Jackson. I know people make fun of how he talks to the fighters, almost like he's like patronizing them, like. You know what I mean? Like, listen here, my boy, you're gonna be, or whatever the fuck he says to him, and then people make fun. But he seemed to have a certain way about him where he know how to communicate with his guys, and I think it's important when you're in the fight there. Like, you know, it's not just what happened in the training. I feel like something he does. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he's got a way of dealing with, you know, like a great coach. You know, what the fuck does Greg Popovich do? I don't know what it is. He just seems like a surly asshole guy when they talk to him, but somehow he have a way to take guys that nobody want to put on the team, and then he fucking win every time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is in the water over there, but he's doing something.
Elias Theodoro is fighting Cesar Ferreira, Mutante.
Wow, you just fucking butchered that one.
Oh, sorry, dude.
What is it?
What is it?
Cesar Mutange Fajea.
Oh, Cesar Muchacho Fajea.
Okay.
Fahafa.
He's good, right? Didn't he win the Ultimate Fighter?
He was on Tough Brazil. He's like Vitor's like protege, pretty much.
What's the guy's name? Sergey Fahanch.
Cesar
Falafel?
Mutange.
Huh?
Cesar Mutange.
Something like that.
He's on a 3-fight winning streak. He just beat Jack Hermanson, Anthony Smith, who's tough, as well as Bang Bus.
Anthony Smith?
Yeah.
He beat up the Bang Bus?
He beat the whole Bang
All the
Bus.
guys?
He lost to Masvidal and got knocked out by Sam Alvey.
Okay, I remember.
Before
Well,
that,
a lot of people got knocked out
Before
by
that, he beat Andrew Craig.
Shut up.
And he
Sam
got,
Alvey's so cool.
Did you?
he got knocked out by...
Masvidal?
No.
okay.
No. Sam Alvey.
Oh, okay.
No, he said Masvidal beat him. He said knocked out by Sam Alvey. And I was saying a lot of people got knocked out. I wasn't trying to open any wound.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even remember you fighting Masvidal to tell the truth.
Then he got knocked out by CB Dalloway. But he did. He won the Ultimate Fighter against Sergio Moraes.
What are we talking about now?
We're talking about
Cesar Mutange.
Mutante.
Are we still on that?
So he's fighting my boy Elias.
Oh, the
Theodoro.
good-looking-
Yeah.
the-
I like Elias.
Yeah.
Elias, good wrestler, solid athlete.
Funny sense of humor.
Loves himself.
Yeah.
Used to be on the cover of romance novels in Canada.
I can imagine. He looked like that.
Yeah.
He looked like that, like a. He almost looked like a cartoon of a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like if he was. You know, he kind of have those features.
Guy smiling?
You know,
Yeah,
like if it was in a Pixar movie or something where he's the prince.
Right.
You know, kind of like I think that about Dan Henderson. You know, he kind of look kind of like have a cartoon, like a
He could be
caricature,
like
but of like a
Incredibles.
good-looking like superhero,
Yeah.
but kind of funky looking.
So I like Elias in this fight. Yeah, Heather?
Yeah, I'll go with Elias on this one.
Yeah, that's a smart bet. That's a smart bet.
Eve?
Yeah, I agree with that. I like
Yeah.
Elias.
Might not be the most entertaining fight on the fucking world.
From Teodoro?
Yeah.
Oh, I got Elias all day.
Yeah,
All right.
we all in cahoots on that one.
Sarah McMahon versus Gina Danger. Gina Danger, we were on that show together, Living with Funny.
And then you
We wanna-
also used to date that one, no?
Yeah. We used to
You
date.
did. She let you have intercourse at all?
No, come on.
Okay.
Why would she let me do that? All right, so
I know, that's a good fucking
Sarah
question.
McMahon is fighting Gina Danger. Gina's tough. She hits hard.
I like how you say, by what you just said right there.
Yeah.
Like when it went out, like Gina's tough, like already defensive. It tells me everything I have to know about this
Look,
fight.
I think Sarah right now. I mean, look who Sarah's fought.
Gina's tough.
Versus Gina's 4-0, but Gina's got nothing to lose in this fight. She's taking
Except for the fight.
short notice fight. She hits hard. She has good jiu-jitsu. Sarah can get caught. I mean, she got caught in that jiu-jitsu tournament by a blue belt or something.
Sarah, I would have never said that to you.
But Sarah McMahon on paper, I mean, she's an Olympic silver
Sarah, I
medalist.
love you.
Amazing wrestler.
Your cheeks in that headdress, I never forget that
Heather,
moment.
what do you think?
Back in the MMA awards, Sarah McMahon.
Well, I just talked to Gina yesterday or 2 days ago, Monday, I guess it was, and she seems to be positive. She seems to think that she can really break McMahon's spirit, and I think that that's highly possible. I think that after watching the fight with Misha and, Sarah's neck had been injured, I guess, before that fight, I had heard through the grapevine. And so when Misha went for that guillotine and she came out, she was just like done,
Who would you bet money on? Okay, but you saw the exhale
I'm just
there.
saying, hey, I'm telling them like you say, like there's this and there's
okay.
like
So
back and
let's get
forth.
to the.
So if you're looking at it on paper, and I had to pay money, yeah, I think you have to go with McMahon. But
I'm gonna tell you, Gina, you said that.
I think Gina can surprise the world, and I think she can do it.
Renato?
You already heard what I said, Sarah McMahon.
Eve?
Sarah McMahon, for sure.
CB?
Sarah McMahon.
All right. Carla Esparza, Randa Marco. 2 girls in your weight class.
Interesting.
This is a interesting fight. They're not letting Carla walk out to Metallica.
Why?
I don't know. They said she got a letter saying that she's not allowed to
Are
anymore.
you dead serious?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
please,
WME
Eve, would
or-
you please tell me what the fuck that means?
I have no idea. It was something about legally they
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things where now, because of the business interests of the fucking new UFC, they're like cock blocking like someone that's not managed by or shit like that?
Probably, yeah.
It's possible.
Can you imagine in high places somebody having these business interests that's a conflict of interest like that?
So
What
this
could be
fight,
worse?
Carla should win. Randa's, she lost her last fight. She got beat by a girl that I thought she was gonna win. She hasn't really looked that good.
She got armbarred.
Armbarred in the first.
But why? Yeah, but you can't say that. Like Casey's really good on the ground. Like Courtney Casey, she's really good on the ground, and she's pulled off some armbars, pretty slick armbars. So yeah, on paper again, it looked like Randa should have won that.
But you don't
fight,
like
but
Carla, right?
I don't dislike her. Fuck.
You were in the house.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Carla was one of the girls that was sort of being mean to you in the house.
She wasn't part of the Mean Girl group, but
She was kind of favorite. She was like one of the favorite chicks, right?
She was Felice's best friend.
She's Felice's best friend.
Oh, and
so
you
when
guys-
Felice was like cool
yeah.
with me, she was cool with me, and when she wasn't, Carla was
I
like
got you.
nice to me in front of my face, but then would post videos. With
That
Felice,
shit happens, you know.
it was just kind of childish.
Yeah,
But
it's not your friend. Yeah,
All over
right,
again.
right. But she's never been like rude to me. So
but she's not your
in my
fucking
face.
friend. But
Right,
you're like, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you think wins this fight?
I think Randa's gonna win the fight.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I do.
I think. But how?
Well, I think Randa has a little bit more wrestling than people think because she did wrestle in high school, and
Yeah, that's true.
I think her boxing's improved. I think her last fight she showed some improved boxing, and I think that Carla really relies on her wrestling a lot, and she should because she's been successful with it. But I don't think
And she's really bad on her feet.
Yeah, I don't think she's the best striker. So I think Randa's gonna either pull off the decision or. She's actually got some smooth jiu-jitsu transitions as well.
She's good. I like
Yeah.
Randa. I'm nervous about Carla because she posted on Instagram a couple months ago. I'm totally broke. I'm selling my Harley. I don't have
you
enough.
serious?
I
She
don't
said
the
that?
one that she won in the UFC.
Ugh.
I don't have enough for rent for the next 3 months.
God damn.
I have no
This-
fights
this
coming
business,
up.
God,
But then what happened after she won the Ultimate Fighter is she spent $1,000 on a Sunday and took a picture of it.
I forgot
So then
about
people
that.
were posting pictures of that. Well, you shouldn't have money on a fucking Sunday.
you gotta learn the hard way. When I back in the early days, Bellator, man, when I was in Brazil and I was doing pop albums, I was doing all kinds of shit. I was a television star over there. I was throwing around money. You know what I'm saying? I know the feeling. But I've came back from that, and now I'm doing this kind of stuff. And selling T-shirt and.
Are you gonna cry?
No, it's not gonna it's not gonna always last forever.
Right. Okay. So Eve, who do you like in this fight?
I like what Heather was saying. I hope that happens because when I think of
That she
Carla
go broke
Esparza-
and can't pay the ham.
No, that's what he was saying. That wasn't what Heather was saying.
Go ahead.
But whenever I think of Carla Esparza, all I see is someone inside someone else's guard trying to pummel and punch.
Yeah.
And
She
that's the
drives
whole
you down
fight.
and takes you down. She's
Yeah.
got a great
That's like CB.
Like
She
she's
just
just
drives you
nothing on
down.
her feet.
No, I'm kidding. No, that's more.
I
like
didn't even
Adam,
hear what I do.
That's like Adam Hunt's comedy style.
Yeah, it's just
it just
drag-
drive you down
It just
into the fucking dumps.
Makes people
Yeah,
depressed.
so
Yeah.
it'd be like the longest 15 minutes ever.
Like my comedy
I
style.
don't see Randa getting stuck on bottom though. Do you?
So I can't remember many of Ronda's fights.
Who would you rather sleep with, Carla or Randa?
I'm a married man.
Okay, but if you weren't
that's a
married.
lose-lose question for this guy.
You, Renato?
Well, I never met Handa in real life, so I don't know what she's like, and I know that
Very pretty and cool.
Okay, never mind that. That's
Okay.
your opinion.
Go on.
Where was I? I met Carla in a couple of occasions, and the way she looked into my baby browns, it's like I can imagine she would like to treat me. She would treat me very good.
Okay.
And so I could imagine what that feel like.
Now, if you were a lesbian, Heather, who would you rather be with, Carla or?
She's gonna say Handa.
Yeah, I think Randa's prettier if that's just because of, but that's not just based on the outside. Like that's them as people. Inside out.
Us guys, that's more we focus on.
I like Randa. She was like really cool on the show, and like she's a really good cook, and she's
From Iraq?
funny.
That's
and
important.
She knows how to do what's it called, threading, like for eyebrows and stuff. And
Okay.
From Iraq, and I live in
she's-
Canada. So she's
Nice.
been around.
she's a cool girl.
Wow.
CB?
I'd like Randa to win.
This is who you want to sleep with.
Oh, who would I rather sleep with? Randa.
But Rowdy Beck, you're like dream girl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because she
Yeah.
got that kind of that attitude and the
The tattoos.
and all that.
I don't know.
feel you.
And
The one
then when
thing.
she opens her mouth, it's a different story, or what?
No, not at all.
No, he liked that
The accent.
Yeah, that
But
accent.
the thing with Carla, and the only thing that I wouldn't put it against her, but I don't think it's a good look. They offered her like 2 or 3 other fights before this, and she said, "I don't want a #1 contender as a fight. I need a warm up."
They got her Claudia, right?
They offered her
What,
Claudia.
did she have an injury or something like that?
No, she just wanted an easier return.
She's been around.
But that's what I'm saying.
She's out for a
What is
while.
she returning from?
Yeah, she's out.
Nothing.
She's still very bitter from losing the title to Joanna. Like she's still very bitter about it.
That's funny
but-
because I met her. She's what a nice girl. But you know what? You can't trust when a girl's around me. I think every girl is nice because they're gushing over me and they're so excited. They want to be touching up on me
Yeah.
and wanting to hug me and stuff. And then the girls go, "Wow, what a fucking cunt that girl is." And I go, "She was nice to me." And they're like, "Of course she was nice to you, Uncle Henach."
My girl got mad at me because when we were going wedding ring shopping, right? Like,
boy.
not engagement ring, but like just the wedding bands.
Yeah.
There was a fight on. Diane Barbareno was fighting. Brian Barbareno. Yeah, Brian Barbareno.
Diane
Yeah,
Barbareno?
that's his wife.
That's from Welcome Back, Carter.
Yeah, so Brian
Fuck
Barbareno
you
was
talking
fighting.
about? Brian
and
Barbareno,
he was
Vinny
fighting,
Barbareno.
I think it was Colby Covington. And
Yeah.
I know both those guys. So I was watching it on my phone.
While
But-
you're diamond shopping.
Yeah,
for
but the thing was that she didn't like the way I was shopping anyway. Because I'd be like, "How much is it?" And then I'd be like, "Oh, that's a good deal." And they're like, "You have to borrow." We were like in the Diamond District, and I wasn't.
You don't take her to do that with you.
She wanted to go.
I'll
with
take
me.
you somewhere. You ever been to Sanchi Alley?
No.
I'll take you to the fucking Mexican place. Then she ain't gonna know what hit her when you give her that hang.
So anyway,
and
so
you're
she
gonna
got
walk out
mad.
of there with
So now she always-
$67.
So now she brings up that like I was watching fights instead of going wedding ring shopping, and I'm like, yeah, but losses, weddings could be temporary, but losses stay on your record.
That's pretty good stuff.
So
See, that's lost on her, but I understand that. Caralho, you're really something else. What a joy to be involved with you.
Wait, I don't even get that.
But one thing I can say, of course you don't. But one thing I have to say though, you can tell to the girl like this. You go, listen. You want me to I gotta bring home the bacons over here, and my business is MMA.
Yeah.
And you wanna start? You want me to quit all this, and you can make all the money in there? That's fine with me, baby.
So, but by the way, did I tell you what happened on my show before you got here? Who
cares?
I did a show. First of all, I was getting heckled. I destroyed this guy who was trying to heckle me. But then these
Where
these
was
guys, it was at some
The Ha Ha
dive
Factory?
bar in like downtown.
Oh, what a coincidence.
These two girls walk in and they're wearing like all black. So I'm like, oh, those girls hate like gothic, like the Crow type of girls.
caralho,
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, these girls hate men.
They're gonna just be like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they are men, right? But then they weren't. So then they sit down and they're laughing at me making fun of this guy, but it's women's voices. But the women have like beards and mustaches and sideburns. So I'm like, you guys are girls, right? They're like, oh, we're drag kings. That's like, that's a new thing now.
It's like a woman going to the doing the opposite
Have
shit.
you heard of that?
Yeah, I heard
You
about
heard of drag
that.
kings?
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Oh,
They-
none of us have ever heard
I
of
used
that.
to work for that. They used to do. They do the betting stuffs on the sports and shit like that.
Drag kings? No,
Yeah.
that's draft kings.
So then what is this one then?
This is women who dress up like men.
What?
On like the weekend. They
Was he not here when we were
No, he
talking
wasn't here.
Wow,
Tell him that.
that's against God. That's against my God.
No, it's not.
Why
would
they
it be?
did that?
They just think it's cool. Drag kings.
Oh, this is different stuff. When I was growing up, that wasn't cool.
Oh yeah, it's different now.
Well, I wish King Mo was here to help me through this. I wonder what the fuck he would have said about this guy.
By the way, the Fedor sketch that I wrote with Bellator, they came up with the concept. I wrote the jokes. It got 200,000 hits so far.
Oh, you're talking about the sweater?
Yeah.
I like that. You was
liked it?
behind that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Legend of Fedor sweater.
You finally came up with something that
Well,
was
we came
funny.
up with it together, me and Bellator.
Oh, yeah,
So
more
that was
Bellator
cool.
than you.
So that was good.
Oh, I thought you was the one behind all those fucking Dave and Bosch commercials.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, caralho. I want to be the acting coach on there.
Thank you.
Since we were talking about Combate earlier, the KYRIE Batara fight's off.
Really? Because she
Yeah.
just missed weight?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
off.
that's sad.
Fuck. All right, so
I was looking forward to America Combate.
And we also have the official cast of the new Tough.
hold on one sec.
Ooh, that I actually do wanna know about
Supposedly,
that.
GSP is now back with the UFC, and word is he's going to fight Bisping next.
I heard Connor.
If that happens, this is getting ridiculous. Bisping has to fight. I understand he beat Hendo. Hendo beat him.
You know what?
But now,
Bisping is laughing all the. A lot of people hate Bisping.
I love Bisping,
but he's
but
a funny motherfucker.
he
This
is.
guy, I can just imagine him, and he thrives on that shit. With the people hating him, he's just go fuck yourself. I can just imagine him sitting back in his place, laughing
and the
about
guy
people.
fought all these people on steroids. He fought a jacked up Belfort. He fought all these guys. He fought, and he won. He beat Rockhold. However, it would be nice if he fought either Yoel, Weidman, Rockhold,
Look,
or Jacare. If he
I'm
now
not-
fights GSP
Look,
next,
I'm not gonna hate on a guy. Let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
but should the UFC let that happen?
I don't know what they should
No.
do. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. I
Eve?
don't know what they should do.
It's as the champion, I say no. I mean, as him being the champion and me being a former fighter and understanding what these guys are doing this for, no, you're holding that thing up for no reason at all. GSP isn't going to be a champion, and it's the same thing with Tyron versus
What are you
Michael
talking
Bisping. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense to me because they're two guys. They just won their belts, and that's not a super fight. It's not a super fight if you haven't cleaned out your divisions.
Right.
There are guys that everybody arguably thinks that can beat you in that division. So you have to go prove that first before there's a super fight. Otherwise, you're just tying.
What
up
about the
belts for
people
no
that
reason.
say, look, Bisping versus Yoel is going to do...
Bisburn, who the fuck is
Bisping
that?
versus Yoel is going to do a million. Bisping versus Weidman's going to do a million. Versus whatever, Romero, a million. Him versus GSP is going to do 10, 20 million. All of Canada's going to watch it, and all the people are going to watch it. And I agree with you. I'm on your side. But what would you say to that argument?
We watching fighting or we watching movies?
Right.
You know,
Both of them was in movies. One was on Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and the other guy was on Triple X.
Yes.
I didn't
Heather,
saw,
what's your
I
opinion
didn't
on
saw neither of that shit.
Opinion.
You have no opinion on this? Come on, you're a fighter in the UFC.
Cause she don't want. You know why? No opinion.
'Cause she's
Don't
a
bite
fighter
the
in the
fucking
UFC.
hand that feeds you. I don't blame her. What she's gonna say? Like the UFC is doing that. Look, we let us talk about the UFC.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you know what
you
the
have,
fuck.
but you have to. I mean, you have to make a decision. What are these guys fighting for? What is this a sport or is it just entertainment? Like this is a league now, and then the NBA. They don't have...
Yeah, they're not going to let up. Oh, the Lakers
They
came
don't
in
bring the
last.
Harlem
You know what?
Globetrotters
Let me
into
tell you
play.
something. We could say this all we want. The UFC at the end of the day is gonna do whatever the fuck
Yep,
they want.
they will.
Which is why they set up shit like.
But the fans
Mickey
might
Gall
revolt. But the
versus
fans
this
could
one.
revolt, though.
Oh, they are.
They would.
No,
The
that's
fans are-
that's the problem.
they're not
part
gonna
of the
revolt.
problem is because the fans have too much say. When it's let's put this on to entertain someone rather than play the game, then that can become a problem. Yes, sometimes you do that, but it's just
Yeah.
happening too frequently for my taste.
The fans is voting with the dollars. When you buy those pay-per-view, those circus like what is it, CB Gold
CM
versus
Punk.
versus fucking Mickey Hooney or whatever. That's a
I would never fight Mickey Rooney.
I applaud you.
Dead?
Well, maybe not.
Like,
maybe
2
so.
years ago.
After
That might be
this,
the only fight you win.
after this
All right, go on.
podcast, after this podcast, he's gonna be. But so look, the fans is the ones. It's almost like the stupid All-Star game in basketball. Who cares if it's hot in here? Suffer through that one.
All right, go on.
We gotta hear this clanking around when I'm trying to talk.
Go on.
Okay, so They look like you're in a fucking saloon, old saloon. Where you get that car?
Hanata, why do you have 5 aces?
So every time you annoy me, you make me laugh 12 times harder.
But let me fuck. Now you let me
Go
lose.
on.
What was the point?
Who cares what the fans want?
Oh yeah, but the fans is betting. The fans is like the fucking All-Star game. They shouldn't let the fans to make that up, because every year they put Kobe when he's injured, or whoever, you know, or fucking Yao Ming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet Yao Ming still get fucking most of the votes or whatever. That's not make any fucking sense.
I agree.
You understand? And then you got someone like Hustle Westbrook, who's averaging a fucking triple-double, and the guy's coming off the bench in the All-Star game. Don't get me started.
You gotta
on
make
that.
room for
and
Michael
then,
Jordan.
And then these fucking guys was treated Charles Oakley like that at the Garden. It was disgrace.
So, okay, Bubba Jenkins asked for his release from Bellator.
He asked for that?
According to him.
Oh, according to Bubba
Bubba Jenkins, they gave it to him.
That's a likely start.
So they released him. Now he's going crazy on Twitter.
Wait, now,
and,
let me ask you.
He wants to come on the show Monday to vent.
Good idea. But let me ask you a question. let me ask you a question. He left Bellator so he could get a better deal on the Iron Hing or the Hing of Iron on BET.
Well, listen. I mean, look. That's the problem, and I love Bubba. He's coming to a great friend of mine.
Look up that.
But
what was it called?
Iron Ring. I know.
Yeah, fans, look up Iron Hang.
I love the Iron Ring.
on BET.
The problem is,
it was better than any fucking promotion you ever heard
look,
of.
Bubba's 11-3. Okay, he's a great fighter. Obviously, NCAA champion, has the whole world in front of him. But the thing about it is, he's coming off a loss in a minute to Georgie Karakhanyan, and who's also coming off a loss now, Georgie. So when you lose to someone in a minute, your bargaining power is not at its highest. So is the UFC going to pick him up? Would I like the UFC to pick him up? Absolutely.
But they just cut a bunch of people.
But are they going to pick up a guy who lost to Bellator's last fight?
They're cutting everybody.
Can he go to World Series of Fighting? Yes. Can he go to Titan? Yes. Can he go to Ryzen and fight some kind? Yes.
Smart.
Think, you know, but
Combate Americas.
at the same time, him going off on Bellator, he put the hashtag Bubba versus Bellator. I don't think
Not smart.
I don't think it's a good.
You
idea.
know why that? Yeah, well, go ahead.
No. It's another one of those things where it's like without the mouth, right? Like Melvin doesn't have the same mouth that Bubba has, but that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like Melvin right now. He's a talented athlete, but even more so than Melvin. I don't think Melvin is a problem in this regard, but with that mouth, this new UFC company is not gonna pick up Bubba. You know, he's not he's more trouble than he's worth.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to get out of your own way, man.
Yeah,
And you know, these people, people in high places like that, these hitch guys who own these organizations and stuff, they know each other, okay? You don't think Scott Kochke has influence on people? You know, like, that guy could, I don't know if he's this type of guy, but you keep talking shit about Bah versus Bellator and all that. Scott Coker could go, hey, listen, by the way, Heisen or whoever, you fucking give Bubba, like, fuck you, whatever. We're gonna do whatever.
Then you're not a contender anymore for any reason. You're just a dancing monkey now, because these other shows will pick you up just to get you to have you in a fight, and they can put a name on the card.
They can be like former Bellator.
They ain't loyal to you.
Yeah. And guess what?
Don't care.
Well, free Dave and Bush eat and play game card. Say goodbye to that.
Yeah, so somebody needs to sit Bubba down and be like, listen.
How about you?
He's not gonna listen to me.
How about your Uncle Hanach? Listen to me, bah.
MMA Roasted intervention?
No, but Yves would be a good guy. He's been there. Like, Yves, how many fights?
The fuck
50,
Yves wanna-
50 fights?
What the fuck Yves went away says you're gonna volunteer Yves to go talk to Bubba Jenks? He got a lot of other shit to do.
Maybe his camp should do it. Maybe the guys at Kings should be like, maybe this isn't the best avenue to run.
Ellenberger's not going to do it, but Ben,
I should manage this guy.
Here's another part of the problem, though. Bubba's talented enough, right? If he was,
He is.
If Conor McGregor, that's what Conor McGregor's doing. He can say what he wants to say. If John was that kind of guy, John Jones could say what he wants to say. Bubba has that talent. He recognizes that, but he has to perform to be able to run his mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba, he gotta play it smart. You gotta play it smart. This is not, in my opinion, it's not the smartest way to go. You know what I'm saying? The bargaining chips. You know, this. But we all love Baba Janks.
Of course.
You know, the fans love Baba. Some fans like, and some people don't. You know, but I like Baba Jank.
Bubba came out to Texas and helped me train before.
Oh, he did?
Stayed with me for a couple of days, like a
Okay.
week or so.
Who'd you train for?
He helped you for a couple of days. Well, that's been mighty kind of.
Might have been 2 weeks. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Wasn't very
He was
memorable.
just helping me with my wrestling. Just,
Oh, nice.
just came out to help me with my wrestling. You know, I brought him out. And
You never brought me out, but you know, whatever.
So CB, what's the cast?
So they finalized it. It's 14.
Okay, 14 fighters.
What you said, Stefan Isaac? It's 14. What the fuck
No,
are you
they said
talking
they finally
about?
finalized it.
Oh,
So it's Seth Baczynski, the Polish Pistola, lost to Thiago Alves.
Yep.
Mehdi Baghdad, who was on the McGregor-Faber season.
Yep.
Justin Edwards,
Good
back
fighter.
Lesnar Dos Santos. Your boy Tom Galicchio did make the cut.
Oh, good. I like Tom. He's a comedian, too.
Eddie Truck Gordon,
I love
former
Eddie.
winner of
Eddie won the Ultimate Fighter.
Haider Hassan.
Wait, hold on. What are you saying?
I'm trying to remember. Who's the Gordon?
Eddie Truck, the big, tall, black guy, won the Ultimate
He was
Fighter.
he got knocked out by Josh Saman with the left high kick.
Show me
He
the
was winning
fucking
that
picture.
fight.
I'm gonna know who
Oh,
he is.
good. I like
once
Hader, too. Hader's a good guy.
Bill Hader.
No,
Bill
Haider
Bill Hader
Hassan.
should stay on SNL.
Go on.
Haider Hassan. James
Haider
Krause. Oh, Haider.
You're making him sound like
Why
a
is
hater.
James Krause?
Okay,
on
so
the
here's
Ultimate Fighter?
I knew somebody was going to ask this, so I checked up on it.
That boggles my fucking
He
mind.
has a current UFC contract, and they're freezing it until the show is over. So he still has a contract, win or lose, and he finishes out his contract, but he's on tough.
My
right
brother,
now.
I think the question would be, why are you gonna have a guy who's successful in the UFC to go on like a thing that's about like guys who is getting a second chance in life or whatever? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Doesn't make any sense.
James Krause is good.
I know.
I mean, not that these other guys is not good, but I feel like Krause is relevant.
I feel like he has more to lose.
Yeah, but the thing about that, I think, is he's not. A lot of people.
Nobody's
don't know.
talking about him.
And
I
nobody's
got
talking-
it. So
and
this
More
way,
people, honestly, Renato,
I got you.
profile him for weeks.
more people see him as Megan Anderson's #1 coach than a UFC
No, they
fighter.
don't.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
not
they
true.
honestly.
that's crazy. If anybody has
people
watched,
they know him.
Can I
as
tell you
don't know
something?
Megan Anderson at all because it's a niche sport within
Right
a niche
now
sport.
they do, though.
Not
if
really.
people watch James Krause fight, that kid's
He's
exciting
he's
to
an
watch,
exciting,
man.
good fighter.
He's good and exciting and everything.
And CB,
but then again, they just cut. They cut.
Burchak
Never mind.
Lorenz Larkin?
coming off a win.
Cut
Look,
109
exactly.
people.
He just
They
said
cut
it.
Burchak?
They-
Why?
I don't know.
Off a win?
They just
Yeah.
let him.
Listen,
They just let him go.
They cut Lorenz fucking Larkin.
Yeah.
What the
I don't
fuck?
think they cut him.
No, they didn't cut.
They didn't re-sign him.
They just
They
didn't
just
resign
let
him.
him
He's
go.
testing free agency.
Okay.
They just let him go.
What I have to,
They did
to me, Lorenz fucking Larkin
a
is
murderer.
one of the most exciting, fun guys to watch. He's tough as fuck. He's crazy.
Murder Deal Magny, his last fight.
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, he's one of my favorite fighters to watch, and also a cool guy. But that don't make sense to me. I don't know if I like the new UFC people that's hunting the show over there.
No, not at all.
And you heard that? It's your fucking Uncle Hanach talking.
All right, go on.
I'm not like
Julian
Bahaba
Lane.
Jenks. I'll
Julian
tell
Lane,
you what's up.
let
Let me bang, bro.
That guy's gonna get worked.
But he's good TV.
Yeah.
Diego Lima.
Diego Lima's a tough SOB. He's one of
He was
those
a
guys.
finalist.
You know what he is? He's one of those guys. On the high night, he could beat anybody.
Yeah,
but
he-
you don't know who you're gonna
He had
get.
a great fight with David Machado. It was
Yes.
very close.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Diego Lima is one of those guys that's kind of frustrating because I'm a fan. I always hoot for the guy, but he's either give you like top shelf or like what happened there? You know,
Yeah,
like it's
I know.
it's
As
like
a-
almost like the other guy didn't beat it and he beat
As
like
a coach,
himself or
as
something.
a middle school coach, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ah, God,
So
I don't know what the
sometimes you have
fuck.
to keep-
I don't. That's one of the first time Yonko Nash don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I do. I know exactly.
No, I'm saying I don't know what
Oh.
you're talking about. What that means?
I've seen kids all of a sudden one day they're world beaters, the next day they're losing the kids that they would kill any other day of the week.
Maybe it's the coaching.
But that happens all the time with fighters. I mean, look at
Not my fighters.
Look at Hendricks right now. I mean, if you would have told me anybody 3 years ago that Kelvin Gastelum would beat Johnny Hendricks 30-27, okay, you'd be like, wait, the Hendricks that just beat GSP in most people's eyes, the Hendricks that beat Robbie Lawler once out of twice, you'd be like, what? No, he's not.
Kelvin Gastelum that's fighting
the Hendricks that
Vitor
wrecked the
Belfort.
buffet at the Harold Club.
Yeah, that guy. The Johnny had the 3-time national champion. I think he might
The
have been
Johnny
2-time.
Hendricks that
Is this the
disarmed an unmarked unit with
my
a banana.
That was my favorite movie.
The man that's getting a main event against Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, now, but I'm saying,
but 3 years ago, would you ever say
No.
Kelvin versus Vitor?
No, you would not say that.
Well, Kelvin's a tough ass. He's another one that you don't. When you see him in person, you're like, I don't feel the big deal. And then when you see him perform, you're like, God.
People say
damn.
in practice, they're like everybody beats on him in practice. He just kind of like he goes like.
No, I don't. I'm not talking about
half-assed.
practice. Just the way he looked. I mean,
But-
he don't look that spectacular. Like just.
Oh, now you see him
No,
now,
I'm saying
though?
just as a man.
Yeah,
Like
have
he
you seen
don't.
his recent pictures?
No, but I'm just saying him in,
Yeah.
just like I was saying about Hobby Lawler. Like, if you didn't know these guys was fighters and you got into a fucking argument with them at a bar, maybe not Kelvin.
Kenny
but,
Florian is
Wait,
the-
forget it. He's the ultimate. But I'm talking about like even Hobby Lawler, like just the way he looked, you would be like, all right, fuck. I mean,
That's
maybe,
happened with
you know,
Cowboy, too.
but that motherfucker will
Cowboy
kill
Cerrone,
you.
he's-
Cowboy's a little more physically intimidated
But you know,
than Hobby Lawler,
I don't
to
know.
me.
When I met Mayweather, I'm like, I thought
Well,
he's
he's
the
tiny.
size of like Kevin
He's-
Hart.
he's
I mean,
tiny.
he really is
Well,
the size
yeah,
of Kevin Hart.
size matters in that.
And you're just
you
like,
know.
yeah, go on.
Hector Urbina,
Okay, yeah, he's pretty good.
Heck,
good fighter. He was
being,
a-
I remember him.
Jesse Taylor,
Good for
that
him.
the
sounds-
limo kicker.
guy-
Oh, that guy, the
Yeah.
guy who fucked up.
He
Yeah.
kicked the
He
limo
would do-
out.
I remember that guy. Wow, yeah.
He's fought like 100 fights since. He's out of
He's an animal.
Quest, and
Yeah, he's an
that guy
animal.
fights everywhere. Russia,
Yeah.
and he wins a lot. He loses
Yeah.
a lot too, but he's a gamer.
Yeah, he had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
You got Ramsey Najim.
I always liked that
Stripper
kid.
Ramsey.
You know what? Fuck, I used to always hoot for that kid, and then he would just catch a bad
He
one.
knocked out Benny.
He did? I don't remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure. Didn't he knock
I
out
don't,
Benny?
that doesn't
He
hit
had
about-
one like crazy win that he wasn't.
I just
supposed
always
to,
liked
and then
him.
he got iced like by a lot of people.
I liked him on the show too. You know, he was one of my favorite. He was a guy that I liked.
He also a guy that left after a win. He didn't resign and then left after.
He wants
a win.
that Dave and Buster's commercial money.
you got
you want that gift
Oh,
card.
no, he didn't. Andrew Holbrook. He lost to Holbrook, and he beat Benny Darish by punches first round.
shit. I don't
in
remember that.
4 minutes 20 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for bringing that up,
friend
man. Happy Valentine's Day, Benny O'Day.
Friend of the show, Gilbert Smith.
Love Gilbert Smith.
Gilbert Smith's
Black
back
Lives
in.
Oh,
Matter.
the black gentleman.
He's a member of Black
and
Lives
he have
Matter.
who care about that?
I
He
do.
have a well, you gotta bring it up.
Because it's irrelevant.
He wear glasses, yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fucking monster.
But according to some people, the Black Lives is like a. Nah,
And then
whatever.
the last name on the list is Joe Daddy Stevenson.
Oh, Joe Daddy.
I'm
Wait,
excited
You
to
didn't
see-
mention. You didn't mention the my fucking.
Junie Browning, he didn't make the cut.
What the
They
fuck
went from
happened?
25 to
So
yeah,
what? He
25
lost
to
a fight,
14.
or he lost like
No,
doing
it
the
was like
pull-ups
it
and
was
the.
a casting. They probably didn't.
Hey
want to
man,
put him in
I'm
the
sorry.
house.
I'm sorry, Junie Brownie. Fuck. You want to talk about a kid that got unlimited potential, and you guys might laugh about that. Fuck, man. If you would see him training, that kid. That's a
Yeah,
he'll
but
say.
he's 1-6 in his last 6 fights.
I understand that, and you don't need to bring that up. What I'm trying to say is that he didn't perform, but for some, it's one of those guys in the fucking gym. He has through the hoof potential.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. He's his own worst fucking enemy.
All those other guys could fight at 170 too, though.
Yeah.
The one thing
you also can't give a guy who
I didn't
1-6
look.
in his
Okay,
last
fine.
6
Okay,
The
I'm
one
sorry,
thing I will
Junie
say,
Brownie.
Renato,
I'm sorry, Junie Brownie. I love you out there,
I mean,
Junie
100
Brownie.
That show's gonna be at like it has to be at 170 pounds.
But Joe
I
Stevenson's
think it is.
I seen Junie Brownie walking around at like over 200 pounds before, I swear to God. And I saw him cut weight for a fight in like Sweden, where he had to get down to, I want to say he had to get to like 145 or some crazy shit like that. And I watched him do it, and then watched the guy like a week before him flying to Sweden pull out of the fight.
I remember he was living at the.
I never seen a guy more dejected. This was supposed to be his. He wasn't drinking. He wasn't fucking around. He was training every night. And then the poor guy was like, it was like that Charlie Brown shit. Like, of course.
Now Joe Stevenson, look,
Joe Daddy.
He's a legend. Obviously, I think a UFC Hall of Famer. His record is 33-16. He's also a guy who's lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of his last 8 fights.
Okay.
And he lost to Dominique Robinson's a good fighter. Lost to Dakota Cochran.
But he's a name,
Javier
you know.
Vasquez.
He's a
Castillo's
name.
good fighter.
He's a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those guys. If you're gonna put in you can't put every single one of those guys is gonna be like a top level UFC guy. You know, like They gotta fucking sprinkle it out, and they got some names. They got some guys you know less name, but they're more dangerous. I mean, they mixing it up.
Most of those guys are runner-ups, right?
Most or they won. A couple.
Yeah,
of those
there's
guys
a
won.
couple that won.
Okay.
Like Eddie Truck Gordon
Yeah,
won.
but you're gonna have some favorites in there, like a James Krause. You would be stupid not to be like, okay, James Krause is a guy that you're probably expecting to be a top pick.
Yeah, but at the same time, you put these guys on the show, and then on the hopes of becoming in the UFC or in James Vick's
Becoming
James
in the
Krause,
UFC?
we could make the UFC.
Yeah.
James Krause already in the UFC. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, where is Joe Daddy Stevenson gonna go? Let's see, even if he wins this, which I don't think he will. Or I mean, and is he really bringing that many eyeballs to the show now? So, what are we doing here? I mean,
I don't know, man.
I would argue you just went through a fucking whole thing about saying he's a legend and he's maybe a Hall of Famer. You're the one who just said that.
Yeah,
so,
he is a legend.
So if he's a legend, then he brings something to the. Okay, so if they're advertising for one of the fights, one of those nights that the show is on, and they're going, yeah, it's your boy Johnny Smith versus Combachi Americano or whatever,
Yeah.
and then or you're going, hey, that's Krause versus Daddy Stevenson. You're gonna go, shit, I want to see what the fuck happened in
if
that
they
one.
do that,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
if they do that, but I don't want to see another BJ Penn,
but you
Yair
understand-
Rodriguez situation where they're gonna, okay, let's put him in there, put him up against some fucking top-notch kid from Mexico or wherever, just have him get murdered in the
I think
octagon.
you guys forget that this isn't the Olympics, and this is based on money. The reason why these people have the UFC is to make money. No? So they doing all these decisions because of entertainment value and what they think people is gonna fucking watch.
But you have to. I mean, the same thing with the NFL. The NFL is what, the most lucrative sporting industry or league, but it's still a sport.
yeah.
There's got to be a balance. You got to find that balance.
and they
This is
just
true.
sold the UFC for $4.1 billion.
Yeah.
Obviously, what they were doing was working, and now it seems like they're mixing it up, and they're getting rid of.
I'm not gonna disagree on that. I'm just saying what you're saying about having someone like Joe. You arguing that they should have Joe Daddy,
let Joe-
and I'm not
having
saying
Joe
that
is good on
Yeah.
there. I think so because it's one of those
That's my
things where
point.
it's he's going to be profiled. He's going to be in front of the camera. This is one of the guys that if the UFC is a house, right, and a bunch of people built it, Joe Stevenson built a room or a closet or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He built something in that house.
Yeah, a breakfast
and put
nook.
him on the show, right? That gives him that gives something back to him a bit.
Yeah, give him a
Keeps
chance.
as
Give him a chance.
Yeah, and he's a beloved character, and I don't know the man, but I have a lot of mutual friends of that guy, and people tend to like Joe Daddy. And he also his work on that show. He's like the
Kingdom.
coordinator, King Mo.
Kingdom.
Oh, King Joe.
Kingdom.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's work on that show, and everybody know him through that in the MMA community and stuff like that. So look, what you don't want that Joe Daddy? Look, Joe Daddy, Adam don't want you on the
No,
show.
that's not true. You're starting shit. I don't want to see the guy get murdered in the fucking cage.
He thinks you're gonna get murdered.
I mean, again,
I don't.
that goes back to he's a grown ass man, man.
Yeah.
He made the choice to go do it.
Yeah, and he got
nobody made him go.
Yeah, he got a lot of fucking kids too.
But there are a lot of grown-ass men that would love to keep doing this, but eventually you have to start telling people, no. You can't just let... Don Fry would love to fucking be in the UFC tomorrow.
Don't bring
Okay.
up. How dare you?
Tank Abbott. I'm sure
How
if you went to
dare
Tank
you be
Abbott's
smart.
house... and
You
You're
know what?
really going to
Like-
compare them to Joe Stevenson?
Yeah,
No,
right.
no.
But you
I was
reminded
saying
me
that
of
you-
something though
What?
from the Denver card, right? When Cowboy got basically knocked out at the end of the first, right? And Herb stopped. It looks like he stops it, but he doesn't. Goes to the next round. But then when he's on the
Oof.
stool, Greg Jackson is encouraging him to get back out there. But everybody that's been around fighting, you know that he was
Don't
out.
do that,
He was
yeah.
out on his
It
feet.
was done.
There's got to be something, man. Because, so say Cowboy's popular enough, right? Say 30, 40 years from now, some crazy stuff is going on with him, and he turns into one of these dudes that has, this serious problem because of fighting.
Yeah.
Right? That fight's going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But wait. Oh, okay.
You're kind of making my point.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you're talking about career-wise. You're talking about when you think you're done. That is determined by the guy.
Yeah, I
who's
know. You know
going
what?
out
And I
there.
like the fact that you're right. Joe Stevenson, let him go through the house, see how he's doing. He's not going to get hurt in a 2-round fight, possibly on an Ultimate Fighter. Maybe he'll get kicked like the Uriah Hall thing. I like that. I like that they're not just giving him like a contract and saying, "Hey, we're trying to build this guy from Rotterdam. Let's fucking throw in Joe Stevenson against him." So in that regard, sure, absolutely. But there has to be a certain, like you see it with boxers. You look at Kevin Randleman's last fucking 9 fights. They're all losses, okay? You look at some of these other guys, Don Fry's last 10 fights. You look at Gary Goodrich's last 10 fights. There's money to be made off these names, but at a certain point, somebody has to say, okay, you know what?
Didn't Joe Daddy just win his last fight? He fought like
he did. He won in TFF Vengeance in Anaheim,
Why,
and then
take
before
the
that,
bass out of your voice when you say TFF, like it's not like we don't know about that. A lot of people.
And before that, he won in the California Fight League 8. Okay, Stevenson versus McWilliams.
What was the one called?
California Fight League 8.
That sounds like one of your fucking comedy gigs that you go to.
I didn't watch the first 7. Okay, but
listen, hold on. You're making it like it's Muhammad Ali versus fucking what's his name?
Mike Tyson?
No, not Mike Tyson. Larry Holmes. Okay. This ain't you're making it like Joe Daddy Stevens have like Parkinson's and he's walking around shaking and they putting him in against John Jones or something like that. Look, let's slow you whole a little bit. Give like a fucking guy a chance. It's not like he's had some losses, but it wasn't like it was all knockout ones where he's just got the lights turned off in every fucking fight.
Dominique Robinson, he lost split decision. Dakota Cochran, who was a gay porn star, good fighter, he's a friend of mine. He lost by rear naked
Sounds
choke.
like it.
Lost to Javier Vasquez. Lost to Castillo, both UDs. Lost to Mac Danzig by punch. That was a scary one. The Mac Danzig one was quick.
Okay.
And then he lost to Saratopoulos by unanimous decision.
So in my estimation,
before that he beat his biggest win was against Spencer Fisher in 2009.
Let me tell you something. You ever beat Spencer Fisher?
No.
Okay. So then another thing is, Arlovsky. Arlovsky got in the lights turned out a lot more times in the past, whatever, than Joe Daddy. Yeah. We don't complain about Arlovsky fighting.
Except that he's fighting in Ghana.
Yeah, we all did actually.
Oh, we did. But you know what? Okay. But who cares? But what was my point? Who knows?
No, you're right.
The point is, there's some guys that are in there that still take some shots.
My point was this, okay? Yeah, what he said about the grown-ass man thing is like, maybe he shouldn't be in there. I don't know. But look, I don't know what kind of fucking is what's going on behind the scenes. I know the guy has like 10 fucking kids or something like that. Like 5, whatever. I got more than that. But he's take care of it different. He have them all living with him.
Yeah.
I've chose to do an alternative lifestyle. Because I don't want to be greedy. I want to spread some more of the chime to the mom. Nice of you. But who knows what kind of bills, what kind of debt this man is in. This might be whatever beating he could take might be not as bad as the beating he gonna take in life if he don't have that fucking money.
I heard he had to go to Mexico to see a doctor or something recently because he didn't have money. Oh, not recently.
Okay,
a while back.
So that sometimes you need some goddamn money. You think I wanna came here all the time, and come all the way over here and did this show. No. But sometime I need to make the big bucks.
Okay.
He's gonna be great. He's gonna be so fun to watch. He's just so charismatic.
Didn't he beat up his wife?
No.
Didn't he box his wife?
I never heard that story.
You went boxing, right?
What about I boxed his wife?
What about
yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying about Joe. I thought he said, didn't he beat up his wife? Because I was about to say, boy, this guy is worse than the guy on TMZ. The guy who's drink Diet Coke or whatever.
Didn't you beat up his wife in a boxing match?
Did I beat up his wife in a boxing match? No, it was a draw.
It was a draw.
He beat up his wife.
No, I said she did.
No, I heard you ask Heather.
Heather beat up his wife. Heather beat up his wife, right?
I didn't beat him up.
Who won?
It was a draw.
All right.
Anyway, Joe Daddy, we support you, okay? God, are you? Adam Hunch, man.
Okay. All right. Listen, that's our podcast. It was 3 hours long today. Heather, what do you got coming up?
I have my own podcast coming up. It's going to be out maybe today, actually. Believe to Believe. Check it out. It's really it's really fun. The first episode is Leslie Smith and Carrie Melendez.
Nice.
And we
are they in
talk
studio
about some
with
funny
you?
Stuff. No, it's a phone call, but
right.
it's a good episode.
They talk about women's issues.
Yeah.
No women's issues, but it's really fun. So check it out. We laugh.
It's all women podcast.
Majoritively.
But you don't talk about women's issues.
We're not talking about women's issues. We're talking about, it's belief to believe. So we're talking about, like motivational stories, times where you felt like you couldn't keep going, or, were just really like thought you were going to have to quit at something.
And can I find it on iTunes and SoundCloud?
iTunes, SoundCloud.
So it's going to be stories about people that thought they was going to get somewhere, shit went bad, and then they decided to quit.
No, they didn't decide to quit. So
when are you having Adam on there? When you booking Adam to there? This fucking guy's been kicking around.
I know, it's true. Eve, what do you got coming up?
No, wait, I didn't want to cut it. I cut it her off.
Thanks.
No, I want to.
So what else?
So not
I'm trying to build up your podcast.
Perseverance, and then the point is that people can listen to it and then get motivated and inspire themselves, or to believe. So it's just sharing light and happiness, and we also laugh. And I always tell people can bring funny stories, because I think laughter is really the key to health and happiness.
And you're back with the boyfriend? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Haven't you answered this like 4 times?
No,
today?
you guys are talking. It's
what color? What color is that guy?
What color is he?
Yeah, why?
He's white.
He's white. Why he religion?
I don't think he's doesn't have a religion.
Why?
So it's complicated.
It's complicated.
All right, Eve, what do you got coming up?
He's gonna die if he don't believe. He have to believe. You gotta be with somebody who is believed to believe, but only to my Lord on Savior, Jesus Christ, and also.
But you don't accept Jews or Muslims?
Well,
or?
Hashem, the Jews was also tied up Jesus Christ and was
That was the Romans.
burned him to the stake, huh?
That was the Romans.
Either way, there was a Romans Jew, and there was Italian and Jewish.
Eve, what do you got coming up?
Starting up this podcast, Even Steven.
Oh shit! You and Stevie, what's the other guy's name? Joe Daddy Stevie?
No. A friend of mine, Steven, stuntman, actor guy. So we're going to be starting that next week.
Called Even Steven.
Even Steven.
With a Y?
YVES.
YVN.
YVES.
Oh shit!
Well, Eve.
It's kind of like Eves and Steve.
Names.
Eve and Steven, or
not
Eve
even
and
Steven, like the Disney show.
But you could, kind of imagine that you're kind of saying even Steven, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of like he's slipping in there.
Or and Steven. Is there N or and? N. Steve,
it's not on
Even.
the Disney Channel. It's
what are you guys
not
talking
even
about?
Steven. It's Eve.
Yeah. The people know
Everything
about that.
that
Anybody who
happens
have
in
kids know about the horrible shows that they force you to watch. The kids, the parents out there, your fucking kids want to make you watch the DVH, the same show, and you're watching the same shit. And you go, why are you watching that right now? And they go, you say, you've seen that 100 times. They say, I want to see the same fucking stupid Disney show again. And also Nickelodeon.
All right, so they have the podcast coming out.
Yep. So yeah, look for that next week. It'll be fun. We cover some MMA. We both working in film. He's done a lot of film work, and we like to go out
I've done a lot of that.
shit on movies if they're horrible, and praise them when they're great, and then the political world is fun.
Are you going back on Fox Sports?
Yes, I'm going. I'm doing the April 22nd fight card with
Is that the Rose Watterson
Cub
one?
Swanson and
Artem Lobov.
Lobov. So I'll be at the studio for that, and setting up some seminars right now.
Nice.
Doing that. And
So do you do privates as well?
Do privates.
So if somebody wanted to hit you up for a private, they hit you up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
You can reach me through there, or you can reach me on my email, eve@thugjitsu.com. But yeah, it's better to reach me through social media because I get a lot of crap in my email.
Yeah,
Nice.
a lot of that get lost in
So
there.
yeah, maybe if you don't mind, you could just take that out of there. You can reach me on social media.
You can reach you on social media. Okay, no problem. And what do you got coming up?
Well, it's funny you said that because you can also reach me on social media. And if you like this podcast and you respect your Uncle Henach, you can follow me on there on both Twitter and Instagram. That's Renato _Laranja. And also you can catch me. I'm going to be doing some commentating at CXF fights. So if you're local, or you can tune into that. To be honest, you got to go on the website, CXF. It's a fight promotion, professional fight promotion. look it up because I can't remember where you can watch that one. But if you want to go, it's going to be at the Sportsman Lodge on February 25th.
In Woodland Hills, right over here?
Yeah, is Woodland Hills?
Sherman Oaks?
Studio City.
No, you
Studio
don't get
City?
Studio City.
It's Coldwater and Ventura.
He's trying to be hoodwink and bamboozle my fans and don't want you to came and saw Uncle Renato in the flesh.
Coldwater and Ventura.
Exactly.
Studio City.
It's across from the
Is it
house.
pros or
It's across
amateurs?
from a house. It's fucking pros. What do you think this is? This is not the Golden Globes, like whatever you guy
James Vick.
fucking James Vick was in there. He's since the best thing since sliced bread because he was the Golden Globes champion.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, it's professional, and it's even more professional when you have someone like me in there, and I'm commentating. I'm also taking pictures with the fans. I'm checking phone numbers. You know, whoever's in there, you can slip me some money if you appreciate. You can give me a love offering. Who the fuck cares? I'm the main. I'm the main event. I'm the main event there. And they sometimes you got that looking for a fight. It's the kind of thing Dana White and those guys came to looking for fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The last guy who won one of the main event there ended up on fucking winning his fight and looking heel good on there on the UFC on the prelims card. Who was that fucking guy? Romanos Macaroni Girl, whatever. Hama. He was a Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the guy that
and
beat,
he looked
what's
amazing.
his name?
He was a jiu-jitsu guy, but
Who did he beat?
He
he beat somebody good too.
He beat the kid that was in the WEC, right? And
Fuck, who you? I can't remember the kid's name.
125?
No, not 125.
did he beat the guy the Armenian kid?
Fuck. He beat the Armenian
Karen,
kid.
right? Karen?
He beat the no, not Karen. He
No.
beat Alfred something Akian or whatever, who's also a beast. Fuck, forget it, man. I'm wasting your time with this bullshit. I can't remember the guy's name.
Doesn't matter. You'll be
Anyway,
there. Oh, so what's
I'm
the-
gonna
what's the
be there,
date?
okay? On February 25th this month, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, and then you can hitch me on the fucking social media if you want to have me to came out to you jam for a seminar, for you fucking bar mitzvah, for your kid's birthday party, as long as you get the fucking money, or if you want me to cuckold your wife and your husband, and he can watch but no touch. Imagine what it's like.
you for that?
Imagine what it's
People pay to
like
fuck
for
their
a heel.
wives?
Look, imagine what it's like to have your favorite celebrity to fuck your wife while you watch.
So people pay him to fuck their wives.
So anyway, look, I don't want to get off on that. Anyway, and all my fans, listen, Haddock, watch you careful.
All right.
It's still on Valentine's Day as far as I'm concerned. You know.
CB, what do you got coming up?
Nothing.
All right. So
man.
tonight in Hollywood, I'll be at the Pikey Bar in West Hollywood, and the Pikey on Sunset.
Pikey, like,
It's called the Pikey. Yep. And then Friday night I'm at the Comedy Store at 10:30. Saturday at the Iguana Lounge in Pico Rivera. I'm at the Dime Bar.
Pico Rivera.
Every Monday and Tuesday.
That sounds like a
Hollywood-
pitcher for the Dodgers.
Pico Rivera.
What the fuck is this, man?
Hollywood.
Why you can't go to a better place?
Hollywood Laugh Factory. Is that good enough for you?
that's okay, I guess.
Wednesday night 22nd. Long Beach Laugh Factory. Thursday 23rd. Mandalay Bay Casino. Is that good enough for you?
It depends what whom.
February 24th.
And what time? They got you in between the buffet set. They get you in there before any like the early bird splash.
South Point Casino.
What the fuck is
South
this?
Point.
Oh, I thought you said South Boy. I never
February
heard that.
24th at the
They
Ice
got you at the
House.
fucking Barbary Coast.
Main room.
They tore the fucking joint down.
The South Point Casino. The main room in the Ice House. February 25th. And then Irvine Improv. Tuesday the 28th.
Irvine Improv.
That's not good enough for you?
I don't know, man.
All
Why you
right.
can't do the fucking
Pasadena
improv?
Ice House.
Pasadena Ice House.
That's good for you.
I will be there Saturday, the 25th.
They got some good comics. I know it sounds to the people not from the area. That's one of the ones that I would normally make fun of because it sounds like a shithole. Like, why are you gonna do comedy? But they have a lot of good guys there.
Thanks. I'm happy to have your approval.
Well, whatever.
I'm at the Stratosphere Hotel, March 1st.
Which one though? Not the one in Vegas, like the one in like Mississippi
The one
or
in
some fucking
Vegas.
shit like that.
Mike Pyle and Dean Thomas are on the show. A guy that you get mistaken for a lot. Everyone.
Mike
right?
Pyle?
Yes.
Caralho.
And then
What kind of stuff they set? You ever seen the set before? What kind of jokes you can?
Mike Pyle's been
what
doing.
kind of
He's been
style?
working hard. He's been going to open mics.
If you can imagine the style, you can compare.
Yeah.
He's a Louis C.K. or more of a who's that guy? What was it?
Bill
Howie
Engvall.
Mandel.
But more of a Bill Engvall.
I don't remember that guy.
Or
here's your sign.
You mean Ingvar? Who's that?
Bill
Ingvar?
Engvall.
I only know Ingvar J. Malmsteen.
And then I'm March 15th to the 22nd. I'm at the Comedy Cave in Calgary. and then the Madhouse Comedy Club.
Didn't you said the Comedy Club special last fucking time?
No, March 22nd.
You still telling them about
to
it?
the 25th. Listen, guys, thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, thank you, and I'm sorry.
Thank you, Yves Edwards. Thank you so much, man. I'm happy you're back. Heather Jo Clark will now be on it a lot. How's it going? Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. When any news about your fight coming up? Any fights coming up?
No news.
You're gonna have news at some point. You gotta put on your vision board like your friend Handy Jackson. What was his name? Hootie. The guy Hootie Morales is put it on the vision board, and he's watched The Secret.
Watson.
Yeah, exactly. From the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. He was played Joe the policeman. But let's not get off on Handy Watson. And Heaven Brown. And Heaven Brown.
Who do you want to fight?
Wait, but let's put it in your vision board, okay? All you gotta do is to believe, and you're gonna achieve.
Eve, so Heather's lost her last 2 fights, right? But they were awesome fights.
This guy.
Okay, they were like wars. They brought her into Denmark to fight the girl who fought the champion, Karolina Kowal in Poland.
Kowalkiewicz.
And then they brought her to Mexico to fight the undefeated Mexican girl, Alexa
Oh,
Grasso.
okay. I saw. I called her Alexa Grasso.
But now she had eye surgery, but now she wants to fight. But she needs some. You've been there, you've done that. What advice would you give Heather?
I mean, if you're not changing, you're changing camps right now too.
I'm not sure.
What's your camp?
Right now, my camp is Extreme Couture, and
Okay.
I think I'm not really sure, but I love working with Robert Follis. But I was working with Jimmy Gifford a little bit, and I like his style.
This is the football player?
That's Frank Gifford.
Oh, my bad.
But I don't know. I don't know if maybe his style was working for me. I'm not blaming because
Yeah,
I didn't
for
get.
sure.
to
Why not,
do
though?
what
Let's
he
fucking
taught
blame
me
the guy.
At the same time, but I don't know if maybe I should try to just change up and try different striking. But I'm not sure.
If I could say anything, like, because I don't know where you are physically and skill wise, what you want to do,
And mentally.
but mentally, it's easy to kind of just go back to where you started. Go back and watch some of your old stuff. Watch your early stuff, some of your highlight stuff from the from your early fights, and that'll kind of just remind you. You kind of put yourself back there. Like, people watch it and they go back and they watch your old fights and they get excited.
Yeah.
But you go back and you watch your old fights, you remember what was going on around.
She knocked
that
out one girl
time.
in 7 seconds, right?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, it was like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But
Watch the good fights that you remember.
I took my
the ones you
last
enjoyed.
coach. So this last fight, I actually had my coach from Jackson's. That was I went back to Albuquerque, and I didn't train at Jackson's, but I trained with Chris Luttrell. And
He's the first guy I ever fought.
really,
Yep.
Who
oh
won?
my God, that's so
He won. I was just a kid. He had me in a Kimura for like 20 minutes. I was like, I'm not tapping.
Oh, God.
My hand was on the back of my head.
That's
Ask him about it.
Okay, I'll see him tomorrow actually at the Combate fights. But so I went back and I worked with him, and he's amazing. He's an amazing guy. And then I had him and Robert Follis there, and I just thought there's no way I could lose this fight. Like, I did go back to my roots. I did go back to like that, and I had both of them there, and I was like this winning team.
You know what, though? You always bring a tough fight, win or lose. I think
Yeah.
people
Yep.
appreciate that. Like, your style is always like, yo, fuck it, let's get it. I think I appreciate that shit. But to me, I don't care. I mean, the UFC cares, but sometimes I'll watch a person that's had 5 fucking losses. I don't care
Right.
as long as they come to
Yeah.
fucking fight.
You
You
know
know what I
it's gonna
mean?
be a good
Like,
fight.
I'm like, I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
one of
I
her
wanna
problems,
see that
my
shit.
thing, is that like most people think they have more power than they have. She has more power than she thinks she has. Like, she hits people and they get rocked,
Yeah.
but she sometimes doesn't pull the trigger. So
And then
I was a little timid last
don't make sure you don't take a fight where it's obvious they're trying to build someone.
Yeah.
For again,
I don't think I have a choice.
I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I don't know. It's kind of hard, but
So,
you don't
and
definitely don't want to be a
it's like,
stepping
yeah,
stone.
there's times where like you're in camp. I've never actually had to pull out of a fight before, but if I ever had to pull out of a fight, I even feel like that. Well, they just give me someone even harder. Like they're you know what I'm saying?
Like, what's behind door number? You have to pick. What's that game show? You pick this. What's in the fucking box or the other shit?
And I'm not afraid to fight
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah,
and
no, because you're.
You shouldn't
I
be.
really thought that I could beat both those.
she was also a
girls.
college hockey player.
Yeah.
So
Is that for real? Oh shit.
So, she's
So I
used to-
really thought that I could
Yeah.
beat them, and I should have been it.
And you know
You
what?
should still
put
think that.
You
know what
did.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's
You put
like-
up a fucking great
Yeah,
fight
the
too.
Alexa
No one.
Grasso fight.
Nobody could
I was
say.
blind for half of that, for most of that fight, and that was what I was a little bit more timid than I usually am because of it. Fighting with a broken arm, fighting with broken knee, it was one thing, but fighting like I'm sure you've been there, not being able to see is scary.
I was like that with Ludwig.
Scary,
shit.
right?
You beat Ludwig?
No, he won a decision. First round, I'm in his guard. I'm on top. He throws a punch
From the guard.
From the guard.
See, people forget that could happen sometimes.
just his knuckles right on my eyeball. Doctor said one of two things happens. The orbital fracture, there'll be too much pressure, or your eyeball will rupture. So I got lucky, because it was just all knuckles right on the eyeball. For the rest, that was first round. For the rest of the fight, I couldn't see.
That's got to be so hard because you're doing everything right. Like, right? Everything they
just
tell you to
catch 'em
do,
back.
you're doing. That's to me probably one of the hardest things about fighting. Even like Vitor Belfort, Anderson Silva, right?
Yeah.
He goes in there. There's nothing he did wrong. He just stood there
he caught a bad
and just
one.
got caught. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
He got caught with a technique that people at that time had forgot works.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't thinking about that shit. You know what I mean? That front kick.
That's got to be so frustrating as a fighter to go through all these camps and then something happens where you're just like, even like Ali Quinta when Mitch Clark caught him in some fucking strange ass submission.
Yeah, it just happens.
But
That's also what's so fucking exciting about the sport. Like I was just looking at the other day, like in the end of in a basketball game or something. Like I watch a lot of basketball. A great player could fuck up and bounce the shit off his foot, and fuck up a play. But that same level of fuck up in a fight once, you're done.
Yeah, that's why I love
the game. You could win.
That's why
that's
why I love
shit.
the sport. That's for same reason I love comedy because it's the most pure. Like if I tell a joke, people laugh. They laugh. Like in acting, you could take a shitty actor, take it 27 takes, and you can get something. You make the guy look okay.
True.
In comedy, there's no redos. Same with fighting.
Fighting. Every play is the last one.
Yeah.
The problem is that I'm having now is with comedy as well is that you get so much of it is like, oh, he's managed by this person, who's managed by that person, who's cousins with that person, and then you're like Levity owns this Comedy Central, so they're producing their own specials. There's a lot of shit where you're just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And
It's a club,
And I really hope that doesn't happen with fighting because there's no reason why Colby Covington shouldn't be on his way to getting a title shot. But it seems like the way that this is going, that's not going to happen because he's Colby Covington and nobody knows the fuck he is or cares right now.
Well, when you just told me that thing about Metallica, I'm not joking. And when you told me that thing about that not using the song, that's a bad sign to me. Because to me, I mean, if it's what I think it is some kind of business horse shit because they manage. Isn't it a company that
WME?
But don't they own like a management company and I mean, isn't it something with William Martin or some fucking shit? I mean, to me, that's probably got something to do with those fucking guys that we compete with, they own that label or somebody manages those fucking guys. Fuck.
But even
I could be crazy. I mean, I was thinking, what if it had something to do with Meryl Streep and it's like Metallica and those they have some of the same people and they're just like, we don't want anything to do with MMA.
She actually apologized. She said she was a wrestling cheerleader for 4 years.
Yeah,
That's not
I'm not hating. I can't be mad. I can't be mad
but
at
I'm
you because
saying,
you don't
like-
like.
but I'm
Wait, you were
like-
saying because of politics? Maybe because they're like a Trump guys and they're gonna be like, fuck you. You said
I think
that
it's-
America's
I think it's
not
exactly
great again or whatever.
I think it's exactly what you said. But like Yoel Romero, right? Let's say Bisping fights GSP next, right? And it does fucking astronomical numbers and it's a weird ending. Then they have a rematch. Right? Then let's say now Yoel's 43 years old or 42 years old. Let's say Brock Lesnar wants to come back. And fucking they go, Brock wants to fight Bisping at a fucking catch weight of 230. It's like eventually if we keep doing this shit, we're going to X out all the Yoel Romeros and not even the guys as high as that. The guys under that. The Usman Camaros.
Yeah, but not only that. You keep doing that, then it's not special anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't have a UFC 200 every show. You can't have a Madison Square Garden every show.
Yeah, they're getting greedy. They're trying to kill the golden goose, porra.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that about GSP. They just released the odds of who he's fighting next.
Of who?
These are the odds, like the betting odds through Bovada.
Bisping 5-4, so that's
The plus 125.
And then
Anderson plus 300.
Stephen Thompson,
Wonder Boy,
Woodley.
Tyron, Diaz, Lawler.
CM Punk is one.
Plus 15,000. I'd like to put $100 on CM Punk, and if they make that fucking fight, you know how much money? Jesus, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't have to work for like 3 days.
CM Punk
You don't
would
work
have
anyway.
CM Punk would have zero chance to win that.
Against GSP?
Yeah, zero.
No,
He'd have a better chance of getting pregnant after 25 minutes.
No, he has a chance.
Nope.
He has a chance. There's a chance.
What chance would it be?
He has that face kick of doom that he's back in. What's the name of his finishing
You
move?
mean he's going to hit go to sleep on George? He has to get him on his shoulders.
He's gonna hit go.
Unless he gets the Koji clutch.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that one, but I like the sound of that.
Anyway, that's our podcast. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, King Mo, for calling in.
Thank you, all my
Take care.
fans.
Bye-bye.